Good evening, 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 and welcome. Sorry, just to stop the music at the end then. I went to resize the window so that I could see anything else underneath that window of stuff. And I realised that when you do that in Unity, it like makes the video go all janky and stuttery. Which is a waste of time anyway, because I forgot that I closed the build behind. I hope you like A Pig in a China Shop by Daniel Peak, which is my new game that I chucked together this afternoon. It's a bit silly, but it's hopefully a bit of fun, something a little bit different. As 8Minky said, it's the fridge magnets you never knew you always needed in life. But yeah, never quite had fridge magnets like those ones before. But if there's more appeal for the making up of the title game, then maybe I'll make that maybe that'll be a more central part of that game moving forward rather than the idioms. But no, I found a nice central hub of idioms and went through them last night and then threw that together this afternoon. Hope you liked it. It's a bit silly really, but congratulations I think to Carr on winning there with the high score 47. Nobody quite finding all of them, but we'll keep going out. There's a lot in there, but there's no flagging of them, so they may repeat from time to time, but that's fine. Anyway, welcome, good evening, welcome to season 3 of Game Night. It sort of feels a bit like season 2 because I changed the overlays about 3 weeks ago. But of course, we had the big finale on Saturday. Thank you again to everybody who came along to that. I hope you had a good time. And a special thanks, of course, to everybody who donated as well. Over £5,000 ended up being raised for Samaritans, which is just fantastic. So thank you all so much for your generosity. I was a bit tired. I'm still a bit tired, actually. I'm still flagging just a little bit. But it was a great day, and of course, welcome to any new followers. Lovely to have you with us. If you found out about us here since Tom, because I know Tom Scott tweeted about me and then he retweeted me the other day, so my Twitter notifications have been going a bit haywire. But if you've heard of me from there and you are new to the stream, it is lovely to have you here. Welcome. Hope you're keeping well, and don't forget you can of course come join the Discord if you want to come and hang out with us. I stream on Tuesdays and Saturdays, classics on Tuesdays and originals on Saturdays. One more thing I'm going to say that I put in the announcement earlier on. If you haven't had a chance yet to do the survey for Game Night Season 2, I'm going to be looking at those over the next 2 or 3 days with a view to coming up with some feedback for you in the next, probably by a week on Saturday, something like that. I think as 8Minky's saying, it's important to have your voice be heard, because if there's something that you didn't like about how the way season 2 was run, or you think there was something that was particularly good that you'd like to see more of, or if there's just other things, this is your chance to give feedback, and anonymously if you would like to, if you don't have to have your name on it. So go do the survey, because I am going to use it to feed into how season 3 is going to work. I've had quite a few in already, but I am already thinking about ways that things that you have said I'm going to implement to improve the quality of the experience for game nights. So yeah, I'll give proper feedback on your feedback. It won't just be a wham bam thanks a lot. I'll do you like a 4 or 5 page Google document or something. Here come the emojis, and there's one more as well. Thank you to AJ and Mogra for coming up with this one, which is appropriate indeed. Cheers. The red wine emoji. Yes, if you sub, you can use all these emojis, but if you come to the server, you can use them over there, no problem. And thank you very much to Toad Boy for the more P, not just for funding it, but also for designing it. Samps, thank you for funding the washing machine there. And then no one claimed the third one, so I approached AJ, and then Mogra approached me. They were on a sort of similar level. Yeah, Mogra suggested that, and AJ thought it was a good idea. Certainly on brand. So with that, you've got there are now 5 emojis for you to choose from. That's a noise. Don't forget the Family Fortunes ball. I might change them at some point. Thank you very much to Procyon for the 3-month subscription. And you've got the Persephone bot as well. And that's from Connor. Connor, 21 gift subs in the channel now. Gifting out a tier 1 sub to Procyon. Welcome to the fan, Procyon. Lovely to have you here. There was something else that happened as well. There was... Connor himself resubbing at, if Streamlabs would load, thank you very much for the resub at 16 months, I think it said. That's an astonishing amount of time, nearly a year and a half. Thank you very much for the continued support, Connor. It is great to have you still with us. And thank you for the love. And welcome to Lauren Sleepyhead as well. Lauren Sleepyhead, new follower here. Welcome to the stream. I hope you're having a good time so far. We're actually going to get it started in just a minute. I'm just rabbiting on for now. But yeah, 5 emojis. So thank you to everyone who came out on Saturday. And if you would like to go and fill in some feedback on Season 2, I will use it to tailor the experience of Season 3. One final thing, I'm just going to promote the Discord once more, because in the announcements channel there is a link to a sweepstake for the face-off. How many questions do you think are going to be asked across the entire gamut of the face-off tournament, including the 4 qualifiers we've seen? I've said I'm going to cut it off before the official start of the heats, which is this Saturday. So if you would like to enter into that sweepstake, it's free to do so, but the person who gets closest will get a special prize at the end of that. So yeah, do head over to the Discord and have a look in the announcements channel if you'd like to take part in that sweepstake. Whoever guesses closest to the number of questions, and this is not including the pilot from a few weeks ago, not including the charity special, but just for the gamut of the tournament. Perfect. Black wine. Very nice score count. Anyway, this evening is Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, so let me say hello to who we've got. We've got a Matt the Ref, we've got a Carl the 7th, we've got a Connor, a Topper 1, a Cetra, ABME, Tyson Bain, Zeusless, me, I'm here, that's always nice, AJDC, Cola, Clive, Lewis T, Dogfish, J White, Pummer Ben, Innis, Carl the 7th again. I said you at the start because you spoke right at the beginning, Car, and then not again until later on, but welcome to the stream. Lingomaniac, Lauren Sleepyhead, Anaset, Procyon, Samster, Score Count, 8 Minky, Shadowmane, G Isons, We Like Shapes, Useless Noisemaker, It's Sotley, M3 Times, Hottest UK, Itogi, Milk Like Substance, and anybody else who is in the chat, is just chilling in the chat and watching along. You're very, very welcome to be here. It's lovely having you here, and I hope you have a good evening playing Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. So, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? If you want to play this game in the hot seat, you need to have a microphone. Thank you very much to Matt the Ref for that tier 1 gifted sub, to Lauren Sleepyhead. And that's 26 gifted subs now in this channel, Matt, which is astonishingly generous of you. Thank you very much. And welcome Lauren Sleepyhead to the family. If you come and join the Discord, then you should go purple if you've synced up your Discord and your Twitch accounts. So welcome. Hope you have a good time here, Lauren. It's lovely to have you here. So if you do want to play in the hot seat for Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, then you will need to be in the Discord. You will need to have a microphone as well. Yeah, because we need to come and talk to you, or you need to come and talk to me, or I need to come and talk to you. One of those. Either way. You need to be in the Discord to do that and have a microphone. So if that doesn't apply to you, or if you just for whatever reason don't want to be in the hot seat, you can still play along with the game at home in the lobby. To do that, you just need to join the lobby game at the start of the game, and then just ignore the fastest finger is probably the easiest way of doing it. If you ignore the fastest finger, then you can't win the fastest finger, because if you win the fastest finger and you get into the hot seat, well, I'll just have to go to the next one and it'll say the wrong name on the plinth, which would be frightfully annoying. Anyway, what have we got tonight? We have got a question pack from Car the 7th. Car the 7th V3, it says. So it sounds like this has been in and out a couple of times, because of course you can re-edit your pack after the fact just to change a couple of things. Was created inside Ben. Yes, I think I read that the other day, oh hey. I'm not sure what that was all about, but the sweepstakes form was created inside Ben. I think I sent that to someone. Welcome, Jack Wilfred. Welcome to the stream. Welcome, oh hey, as well. Lovely to have you all here. So this is a question pack from Carl the 7th, and it has been appropriately enough rated as a 7 out of 10 difficulty. 7 out of 10 difficulty from Carl the 7th. So, if you think you've got what it takes to take on Carl the 7th, and you think you can beat Carl the 7th question pack, you're going to need to join the lobby, which you can do as soon as I find the right screen. There it is. You need to punch or pop. I went for both of them there. Punch in the lobby code. And you'll be in line to come and play the game. I don't think this will be a problem. I'm almost out of names. What's the capacity for this? Is it 42? 26, 25, 24, 23, 22. So it's 21 on each side, so it's 42. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Yeah, 21. So capacity for 42. It seems to be okay at the moment. Yeah, Cara, if you could probably just sit this one out, that would be best. Otherwise, you may have a slight advantage. Remember, if you just want to play in the lobby game, you can just ignore the fastest finger first round, and that's completely fine. Just ignore fastest finger, and then you play along in the lobby game. That'd be grand. If you want to be in the hot seat, you've got to have a microphone. You've got to be in the Discord. I ran out of vape sauce. So I'm having to use this nicotine-free one, which isn't really doing anything other than hitting the craving habit. I ordered some on Friday. I thought they'd be here by now. Then I got an email saying, yes, we've had an unprecedented amount of orders since January. Can't think why. Oh, bye then. Bye, person who just left. You can come back. Was that DC Simmons? Come back, DC Simmons. Maybe wine instead. Wine does go some of the way towards it, though I am drinking entirely too much wine at the moment. Have been for some time. I'm growing a beard. You can't see my face is going all whiny, all wino-y. Anyway, at some point I'm going to have to consider extending this lobby because it's looking like it's getting rather big. I know, right? I'm only kidding, Jay White. How can you have too much of a good thing? Right. Oh, just before I lock the lobby, I was going to say, normally at a season start, I would clear the already played list. As we only had 3 episodes because we had Christmas in the middle of last season, and because I said I'd give Cyclespace another go, owing to the difficulties faced with Procyon's question pack last time, I've only actually got 8 players on the used names list, so I thought I'll give it at least 1 more episode, maybe 2, before I reset the list. So I hope people who've already played don't mind just playing in the lobby game. Just in the best interest of giving, one of the things that's come back in the feedback I've read so far is actually giving more people an opportunity to play. So I'm just sort of bearing that in mind for this game because it is very much a hot seat dominated game. So hope you all are okay with that. Right, with that in mind, I am going to lock the lobby if I can remember which button it's pressed. I think it's lobby code. I should redo this stream deck at some point. Let's lock the lobby and find out who we've got. We've got ABME 208, Shadowmane PX41, Procyonics, Dogfish 44, Keshi Head, Milk Like Substance, Jack Wilfred, Matt the Ref, Connor 27, Innis C, Lewis T1, Oni 91573, G Isons, Topper 1 Gaming, Zeusler, Samster, Hodders UK, Ohey 12, J White 14, Cola, AJ Nokia, Pum and Ben, Lauren Sleepyhead, Itogi, Clive of Legend, Ben J at Sotley, Cetra 4271, Drew Dave Tom 1997, We Like Shapes, Effrontery, J Turner, Serial Quizzer, and Lingo Maniac 88. Congratulations, you're all in the chairs, ready to play for a virtual £1 million. Nailed it. That's the way to do it. So, a reminder that if you don't have a microphone, or you don't want to play for whatever reason, or you're not in the Discord server or whatever, if you just want to play in the lobby game, that is completely fine. But just ignore the fastest finger, because if you picked and then you say, oh, I haven't got a microphone, it's just going to waste time for the rest of the evening. So if you're not going to play fastest finger, if you're not going to play in the hot seat game, just ignore fastest finger and you can join in with the lobby in just a minute. So on that subject, let's go to the fastest finger game. Is it that one? Should be that one. Fastest finger. So here's how this is going to work. You're going to be given a question, and there are 4 answers. You've got to put the answers in the correct order. So it's either A, B, C, D, C, D, A, B, B, A, C, D, whatever you think it is. But you've got to whisper it A to Persephone's Twitch bot. Don't put it in the public chat. If you put it in the public chat, it's not going to be processed. It's going to be deleted by a moderator, and it's going to slow your time right down. So make sure you whisper to Persephone's Twitch bot. 8Minkies just put the link up there. Persephone's Twitch bot is a moderator in this chat. If you click on the active players there, Persephone's Twitch bot will drop down. So first of all, into the chat. Into whispers, not the public chat. And Persephone's Twitch bot, Lauren Sleepyhead. If you go to her there, she's the one who's going to ask the questions as well. That's the other thing. As soon as she asks the question in the chat, the question is live. So don't wait for it to appear on the screen. I'm taking my time a little bit about this because I know we've got some new people here tonight. Yeah. So once the question's in the chat, the question is live. Don't wait for it to appear onto the screen, because if you wait for that, then it might be a little bit too late. Wait for it to appear in the chat and then whisper to the bot. And you whisper it as a single string, so 4 letters as a single message. Don't whisper it 1 letter at a time, so just a complete string of letters. Most important thing, though, is that you whisper. So, eyes down, best of luck, nice and quiet in the audience, and let's have the first question. Starting with the earliest, put these Nintendo consoles in the order of their Japanese release dates. Wii, Famicom, GameCube, Switch. Okay, hopefully relatively straightforward if we know our computer games. So it's like a couple of people have had some typos coming in. Let's find out what the correct order was. So further back, you got the Famicom. I don't even know what that is, so that's obviously before my time, sometime in the 80s, presumably. Someone in the chat will correct me if I'm wrong. Then more recently, the GameCube. That was sometime in the sort of mid to late 90s. Further on from there, you've got the Wii, which was early noughties, sort of 2002-ish sort of time. Famicom's on from the NES. Family Computers and NES. Lovely stuff. Thank you for confirming that. And then most recently of all, the Switch, sometime in the last 5 or 6 years. That's the correct order. Let's find out who was right and who was right in the fastest time. If you go green, it means you're right. If you stay black, you're wrong. If you go orange, that means you were right, but you've already played and are therefore on the exclusion list. So, all of these were right. Most people, who was fastest? AJ Nokia, 5.06 seconds. Well done, AJ. And actually, if we look down this list, we will see Innis actually faster with 4.67, Topper faster than that with 4.32, Samster faster than that with 3.75, and Clive of Legend 3.35 seconds, which is redonk, Clive. Redonkulous. But you, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, including Keshi as well, have already played, which is why you've gone orange. So just in the nature of, you can have the bragging rights for it, but just in the nature of giving everyone a go in the chair, we have got AJ Nokia. So AJ is hopefully going to pop his way down to the green room, and I see 8 Minky and Score Counter in there wrestling over the opportunity to do tech stuff. So AJ is coming in to have a go on Carl the Seventh's question pack, and it is rated a 7 difficulty. What I'm going to do, because I get into the habit of taking forever to find the times, so AJ, let's go Car 7th, and I'm writing this down in my internal issues. Car 7th, 7 difficulty. I'll call it game 1. Game 1, Car 7th, 7 difficulty. AJ in hot seat. FF was where has he gone? 5.06 seconds, and then I don't have to look it up on the VOD later on, and I can update the leaderboard. Much easier. Cool. Now I've done that, all will be well, and hopefully we will get, when I undo the Discord, I've done that, that should all be good. We should have an AJ now in chat. AJ, good evening.
Hello, how's it going?
Very well, sir, and yourself?
Not too bad. I can't believe how fast my fingers worked there for once.
Absolutely, yeah. Well, you've got into the hot seat. Have you been in the hot seat before? I'm trying to remember. I think you might have been, but I can't be sure.
No, I think that's the first. I think only other time was Wheel of Fortune.
That's right. Yes, Wheel of Fortune. Well, it's lovely to have you here and hear your wonderful dulcet Scottish brogue there as well, which I'm a huge fan of, I have to say. Now, AJ, Carl the Seventh. How much do you know of Carl the Seventh?
No idea.
No idea. Well, his pack's been rated a 7 difficulty. How are you feeling about going up against that?
Oh dear.
Oh dear.
That's better than a 9 or a 10.
Better than a 9 or a 10, yes. Well, I mean, we've had a few people win the million before, and of those ones who have won the million, which I'm assuming what you're aiming for, the last person to win a million was Procyon, which was on a stack difficulty 7. 7 question pack, question pack of stack difficulty 7, and that was actually the last time we played, beginning of January. So, is that what you're sort of going to be aiming for? Are you going to be? Have you got a milestone a little bit lower?
32. I would be quite
32.
Happy with
Okay.
32.
Well,
the range.
What I need to do first of all, AJ, is confirm that it is just you, me, and the computer. There's no special switches or no earpieces feeding you the information.
It's just me and you and no coughing friends in the audience.
Wonderful stuff. Next, I need you to nominate 3 people to act as your phone of friends. Obviously, you can't use Car, and you can't use 8 Minky, because 8 Minky is proof this question pack, and obviously you can't use me, because I'm therefore Ask the Host. But any other 3 who are able to come to the voice channel, if you'd like to name them, and we'll see if they're free.
Yeah, I'll just go for 3 the names that pop out from the fastest finger. So, Clive of Legend.
Okay. Clive of Legend as the first. Okay. Clive's normally about.
Inisk.
Inisk, presumably about. Presumably these guys are about if they were doing fastest finger. So we've got Clive and an Inisk. And one more.
And ignore my pronunciation of this wrong. Procyonics.
And Procyonics.
That's the one.
Procyon, we may have to just confirm that they're able to come to microphones sometimes this time of day. I think they're normally in possibly in teaching mode. So Clive is good, we can confirm. We'll just wait to hear from Inca and Procyon. Procyon, yes, fastest finger call. I'm assuming there's a little bit of delay in the chat. Innis is free, which is great. Let's just wait to hear if Procyon is free. Still in class, sorry. Thought that might be the case. So have you got an alternative to Procyon?
Let's go for Keshi Head.
Keshi? Can we get Keshi in as an alternative? Kesh, you good, mate? Keshi's good. So we've got a Keshi, a Clive, and an Inca as your phone of friends, which is lovely to hear. As usual, AJ, I don't see these questions in advance. They're all written by the community, vetted by a third party, and I am seeing the questions as they come up on the screen. So if you want to ask the host at any point, you can indeed do just that. So, AJ, it is just 15 questions now standing between you and a virtual £1 million. As we've just discussed, you have got those 4 lifelines along the way if you need some help. Take 50-50. You can phone one of your nominated friends. You can ask this Twitch audience, or you can ask me as the host if you like. So, that's what we've got to look forward to. I hope you're ready to play along at home in the audience as well. Make sure you're whispering your answer to Persephone's Twitch for A, B, C, or D. You've got 15 seconds from when the question is asked in the chat to whisper the initial of the answer to Persephone's Twitch bot. If you don't get an answer in time, you will walk away and then be frozen out of the rest of the game. The answers to whispers only, rather than into public chat. AJ, you ready to play?
Let's go for it.
Okay, let's play Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Okay, so fingers on at the ready chat, ready to whisper to Persephone's Twitch bot if you're wanting to play. And AJ, here comes your first question. It's worth £100. A viral kids song that was first released in 2016 has the name Baby Snail, Scorpion, Salamander, Shark.
D, Shark.
No problems so far. Not Salamander.
You want me to sing it?
No, you're right. The right answer is £100. And now, fun fact, that has got the same chord progression as Brown Eyed Girl by Van Morrison, apparently. So that's something you can try a bit later on. Any drama in the lobby? Itogi, Effrontery, Serial Quiz are all walking away on that one, but everyone else is still alive and kicking. On we go. Question number 2 is worth £200. Which of these is a form of cooked potato? Cardigan, jacket, blazer, reefer.
B, jacket.
So right answer, you've just won £200. Yes, a jacket potato. We have jacket potatoes pretty much every week, at least once. So good, solid food stuff and easy to do. A couple of people getting that one wrong. Procyon, Lauren, G. Eisen's getting that one wrong, dropping back to 0. Mill-Light Substance, etc. And Lingomaniac choosing to walk away with £100, or maybe just not quick enough off the mark. On we go then. Question number 3, AJ. It's worth £300. Have a look at this. Which of these shapes has 5 sides? Pentagon, triangle, square, octagon.
A pentagon, I'm sure.
Right answer, you got £300. Yes, it might be a baked potato in America, but they're over here in the UK, they're known as jacket potatoes. My wife still calls them baked potatoes. I always knew them as jacket potatoes growing up. No problems so far, and no problems in the lobby for that question. Still going strong if you were before the question began. On we go. Question number 4. This is worth £500. Which of these US states shares a name with a US president? Washington, Georgia, Alaska, Hawaii.
That'll be A, Washington.
Certainly is. You just won £500. Yes, Washington State, George Washington, the first US president, I believe. Over in the lobby, still no dramas going on there. Everybody who was in before is still in now. Now, AJ, this is the last point where you could go away with nothing. I'm sure you won't, and I hope you don't. But take a look at question number 5. It would guarantee you a virtual £1,000. Take a look at this. World War I ended in which year? 1928, 1938, 1908, 1918.
Oh, and I'm having a bit of a mind blank here. I'm sure it's 1918, but something in my head.
So you've got 4 lifelines if you want to use them, but it's worth £1,000.
I'm gonna regret this, so I'm sure it's 1914, 1980. I'm gonna go for D.
Final answer?
Yeah.
It's the right answer. You just won £1,000.
You.
Yes. The great.
One of them, you know. I definitely know it, but I'm doubting myself.
It is one of the pressures of this game. It sort of gets you. You start second guessing yourself. But yes, the Great War, as it was called, of the First World War, latterly 1914 to 1918. Let's just take a peep in the lobby, see if everyone else getting that one right. No, Jay White walking away with £500. ABNE deciding to have a go, but getting it wrong and leaving with £1,000. Leaving with nothing, losing that £1,000, leaving with nothing. Sorry, ABNE, to get your hopes up there. Everyone else, if you're green, you're still in play and you're guaranteed £1,000 along with AJ at this point. So, no trouble up to this point. You've still got all 4 lifelines intact, AJ.
I'm glad to not go with nothing.
Absolutely, yes. We have seen it happen. We did see it happen fairly recently, actually, but it's not going to happen for you on this occasion. You're now 5 away from the next big milestone of 32,000, which is what you said you were sort of aiming for. 10 away from $1 million. You've got all 4 lifelines intact. Take a look at question number 6. This is worth £2,000 if you give me a right answer. You might as well play this. You've got nothing to lose, but do consider those lifelines if you want to use them. You have still got all 4 of them. Right, question number 6 is worth £2,000. Take a look at this. What is the Portuguese word for fish? Cabrito, pixie, leet, frango.
I'd be lying if I said I had any idea. I think it's time to look at one of those lifelines.
Okay. Which one are you thinking?
I'm trying to think if you're fluent in Portuguese or not.
Well, until you press the button of the lifeline, it would be poor sportsmanship to confirm or deny either way. So, but 50-50, phone a friend, ask the audience, ask the host, are all available to you.
I'm going to have a crack at asking the host then.
You want to ask me?
Yes.
Okay, here's what I think. I haven't got a Scooby-Doo. Not a Scooby-Doo. I couldn't even guess.
If only it was a question on wine.
If it had been a question on wine, I'd have been all over that like a while. Portuguese wine, absolutely. It'd be a Rioja. Well, that'd be Spanish wine, but no, I couldn't even get. My Spanish is incredibly limited. French I'm okay at. German I'm passable. Even Italian to an extent, but Spanish, just not a clue on the etymologies. Absolutely no idea where the Spanish-Portuguese roots go. I mean, just trying to fathom them out. I could probably make arguments for any of them. Cabrito, Piexi, Frango, Leet. I wouldn't know where to start. Of the 4, Cabrito and Leet, if I were one chip answer and I had no choice. But honestly, it would be a pure guess. I'm really sorry. And that's, AJ, I'm afraid, my final answer.
Right, I think we'll maybe look at a second lifeline.
That might be a good idea. I'm sorry to use that one up so early to no avail. But
let's ask the audience.
Okay, audience, if you're playing in the lobby game and you're still in, you still need to answer this one again. Even if you weren't in the lobby game earlier on, you can still take part in this poll. You simply need to whisper A, B, C or D either to the bot or, on this occasion, into public chat if you prefer. Either is fine, but even if you've already answered, even if you weren't in the game, you can take part in this poll. Let's get AJ up to £2,000. Here's the question. What is the Portuguese word for fish? A is cabrito, B is pixie, C is leet, D is frango. A, B, C or D, whispering it to the bot, wait until the bot asks you. All vote now. Okay, 3% agree with me that it might be cabrito. I was looking at completely the wrong part of the inspector then, so I can't tell you how many people that is based off. But I can say that 97% think it's B. And with only 3% thinking A, that means at least one person, which means this is a poll of at least 30 people, I would say. That's quite a strong majority.
Unanimous. I'm starting to think this is one should have maybe known, but yeah, I've got no reason to argue with the audience, and I've nothing to lose here. So we'll go for B, Pixie, BX.
Final answer?
Final answer.
Okay, because you've asked me, even though I was of no help whatsoever to you, I don't get anything in my console, so computer, can you please reveal, is B the right answer? It was! Well done, audience!
Woo!
Yeah, Pixie, I've no idea where that etymology comes from. I'm sure somebody in the audience chat is going to tell us. Pescado, yeah, I didn't know that. Oh, Pisces maybe. Now 8 Minky is saying Pisces. Yeah, that's a thought, actually. I didn't think of that. Should have sat and thought about it a bit longer, but even still, it would have been a guess. Anyway, not to worry, you're up to £2,000 now. Connor getting it wrong and walking away with 1,000. Samster and Jay Turner also walking away. As for yourself, AJ, you've used up the Ask a Host and Ask the Audience, but you are now up to £2,000, 4 away from the next big milestone of 32. Take a look at question number 7. It doubles your money to £4,000 if you give me a right answer. Which of these is not an official name of a resource in a basic game of The Settlers of Catan? Wheat, sheep, wood, stone.
So this game doesn't ring any bells with me whatsoever.
Well, now you've asked me, I can be a bit more candid. I have at least heard of this game. But I'm not going to say anything more until you've made a decision. Obviously, you can't ask me at this point anyway, but this is one I have heard of, so I can confirm at least that it is a real thing. It does exist.
It exists. Settlers of Catan.
I'm assuming by your reaction that it's not something you've come across.
Not at all. Never.
Well, you've got a couple of lifelines at your disposal still. You've got 50-50, or you could phone a friend.
Right, I'm thinking I'm going to phone a friend, but just try to think which one of the three might be is clued up on this.
Well, you've got Clive, Inca, and Keshi, if I recall correctly.
I think I need to take score counts off our joining game night to be more cultured. Starting to think. Yeah, well, I'm going to phone Clive, please.
Okay, we'll get Clive up on the line. You'll have 30 seconds to tell him the question and the 4 possible answers and hopefully ascertain some sort of response from him as well. Clive? Clive, this is a very terrible line. There we go. That's better. Good evening. It's Royal Flush from Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. Good evening.
Oh, hello, Ryle.
Oh, hello.
Ryle.
Ryle, yes. Not Ryle, Royal. Anyway, I've got AJ here. He's doing okay. He's got up to £2,000. This next question with the right answer would be worth £4,000. There are still 4 options available. The next voice you'll hear will be AJ's. He'll tell you the question and the 4 possible answers. One of them is worth £4,000. All right, Clive?
Yep.
Fab. Great. AJ, lots of luck. 30 seconds. Your time starts now.
Hi, Clive. Which of these is not an official name of a resource in a basic game of the Settlers of Catan? Wheat, A, wheat, B, sheep, C, wood, or D, stone?
I have played it. I haven't played it in a very long time. I'm leaning towards sheep as a nickname for like wool or something, but it's been so long I couldn't give you more than like 50% confidence. Sorry.
Oh, thank you. Much appreciated, Clive.
So, 50% leaning towards maybe sheep. How are you feeling about that?
Yeah, well, sheep stands out in a way, really, does it? Wheat, wood, stone, all objects as such. Sheep, more
I mean, you have got another lifeline if you think it would be of some help to maybe eliminate, to either maybe give more credence to Clive's option or maybe to eliminate it entirely. But you can walk away, incidentally. You can walk away with £2,000. You don't have to play this. You lose 1,000 if you're wrong.
Well, we're not going away with 0, so that's one positive.
True.
I'm going to go with B, sheep.
You want to play? Final answer.
Final answer.
AJ, I'm sorry, it's not the right answer. It's not. It's D, stone. So, obviously that 50-50 there may or may not have been of any help at that point, because if it had left sheep and stone at that point, maybe it would have still gone with sheep. But, yeah, tough question pack there from Cara. It was a 7 difficulty, but, hey, you gave it a good shot. And
it was looking good for the first 5.
Yes. But you'll go onto the leaderboard with £1,000 to your name. I'm just going to add that we saw question... What question is this? Question 8? 7? Question 6 is worth 2,000. This is question 7 is worth 4,000. Saw question 7 and leave with £1,000. I'll just write it down as I go because it'll just save me about half an hour later on. AJ, have you had a good time though?
Yeah, brilliant. And at least I can say at one point I was highest score in season 3.
Absolutely true. Absolutely true. And you are the
record
holder, the current record holder for season 3. We'll see what happens the rest of the night. But for now, AJ, thank you very much, and we'll see you another time.
Thank you very much.
So, AJ leaving us with £1,000 there. Don't go away. I'm just going to reload my glass and reload the build. Coming up next, we are going to have a... No, we're not. We're going to have an 8-question difficulty. We've had a 7 just here. The next one up is an 8 difficulty, and this comes courtesy of Alex R, a.k.a. Oni. So... Alex R, aka Oni, if you could maybe not join the lobby game next game because it's going to be your question pack if you're around. Oh yeah, leaderboard. Thank you, Matt. Thanks for reminding me. Let's see what happened over there. Whoa! A lot of people getting it wrong. I can see why Matt wanted me to look at the leaderboard. Because Matt was the only person to get it right there, whether that was a guess or we just don't know. But Matt the ref, actually, the only player to survive there. Everyone else either getting it wrong or walking away with 2,000. Matt winning with 4,000. So well done, Matt. You've won the lobby. And you've outlasted the hot seat player as well. Well played. So yes, Oni's question pack coming up next. This has been rated an 8 difficulty, so bear that in mind. We'll reset the build, I'll reload my glass, and I will see you in just a couple of minutes. Congratulations, though, to AJ, who wins £1,000. Got time to turn the microphone back on. I'm just pouring wine. By the time we've done all that. Right, so before the break, we saw AJ go away with £1,000. Welcome back, by the way, to the second part of tonight's Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. Potentially got 4 question packs lined up for tonight. May get through 3, may get through 4. We'll see what happens. We'll see how the night goes. This is Oni's question pack, and Oni's question pack has been rated an 8 difficulty. So if you think you can take on Oni's question pack, then you need to join the lobby. And to join the lobby, you need to type in the code, which I'm going to show you in just a second. Reminder that you must have a microphone and be a member of the Discord. If you would like to come and play this evening, you can join the Discord right there. You need to have a microphone and be a member of that Discord if you want to come and have a chance in the hot seat. If you don't got a microphone, or you're not in the Discord, or you don't want to play in the hot seat, you just want to play along for fun at home, just ignore the fastest finger game and then you won't be selected. Again, there are now 9 people on the exclusion list from having played previously, and only you might want to sit this game out. So, if you want to join the game, LJGR. Welcome to you all, welcome to you all. A few new names coming in tonight. It's lovely to have some new people here. Welcome, welcome, welcome to you all. Hope you're keeping well. Let me return to my list. Who was the last name I got to? It's probably Ohei and Jack Wilfred. Keshi Head, good evening. Oni's here. Ben's J. Drew Dave, Tom, Effrontery, J. Turner, Serial Quizzer, Ennoble, Lucario, welcome in Lucario, Ask Backwards, C. McLeod, Quizzle83, Cycle Space, Jogging Chum, and Time Strike 45. Welcome to you all. Fantastic to have you all with us. And we're getting more and more players in this lobby now, I have to say. 21, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 31, 32 so far, which is quite nice. 32 players in the lobby. Yes, enter lobby.wave. Oh, okay, bye. Let's see who that one was, but that's alright. I want to come back. Might be unavailable now. The sog smell of links. My stepson is spraying deodorant everywhere just in time for bed, which seems about right. Right, that is the end of the loop, so I'm going to lock the lobby there. Let's welcome our players. We've got Clive of Legend, Lewis T, Procyonics, ABME, Dogfish44, Connor27, Shadowbane PX41, Jack Wilfred, Milk Like Substance, DC Simmons, Matt the Ref, Topper 1 Gaming, JY14, Drew Dave Tom 1997, We Light Shapes, Innis C, Hodders UK, Pum and Ben, J Turner 098, It's Sotley 0Hate12, Lawrence Sleepyhead, Zeusless, Lucario, Car the 7th, G Isons, Cola Cola, Time Strike 45, Cycle Space, Lingomania KTA, and Jogging Chum. You are poised to play for £1 million very shortly. So it looks like there's about 35 or so of you in the lobby. So in order to get into the hot seat, you have got to win fastest finger first, and to win fastest finger first, you will need a fastest finger first question. So nice and quiet in the audience. You know how this works. You need to whisper your answer to Persephone's Twitch bot, not into the public chat. It won't be processed and will be deleted by a moderator. Whispering to Persephone's Twitch bot the correct order, A, B, C, D, C, B, A, D, A, C, D, B, whatever you think the correct answer order is. Whisper it as a single string to Persephone's Twitch bot, not as individual letters. Very best of luck. Fingers on buzzers. Here comes the next question. Starting with the fewest, put these words in order of how many times the letter Z appears. Zip, pizzazz, swizzle, ziz. This reads very much like one of Toadboy's questions. I think it's just Toadboy. Is it just Toadboy and me who've done fastest finger questions? I think it could be. Zeus, or should I say amazing? Maybe. Let's have a look, see what the correct answer was. Start with the fewest. Zip, with just the 1 in there. Then you've got Swizzle, which has got 2. Then Ziz, which has got 3. And the most is Pizzazz, which has got 4. ACDB, that's what you needed to type to the bot. Let's find out who was right and who was right in the fastest time. All of these were right. Most of them. Who was fastest? Cola Cola in 1.40 seconds. Goodness gracious me, Cola. That is unbelievably fast. 1.4 seconds. I think that might be the fastest I've ever seen. So very many congratulations to you. 1.5. I'm just going to check if I've got gob mode, because if I had gob mode on, you'd have been 0.01 seconds, and I'd have had to put you in the gob mode seat. That is rapid, fast. Very, very well done, Cola. You're going to be next in line to play for a virtual £1 million. So if you would like to make your way down to the green room, and we'll get you set up. I'm just going to set up here. Game 2. It is Cola. It's an 8 difficulty. No, it's not Cola. It's Oni with an 8 difficulty. It's Colo in the hot seat. And its fastest finger time was 1.40 seconds. What's that noise? Welcome, Jogging Chum. Welcome. Thank you for the follow. Lovely to have you here. Hope you are keeping well, my friend. Welcome to the fam. And good evening and welcome to Cola.
Hiya.
How on earth did you get that fast? Have you hooked a Stream Deck up and got them hotkeyed or something?
No, I put the letters in before the question came up.
Oh, see. How did you do that? So that was just a lucky guess, was it?
Yeah, I'm not very quick on fastest finger, so that's my best chance.
That's a fiendishly clever tactic that I've not heard of before, but kudos to you, sir, for employing it. And so you've got about a 1 in 20 chance, I suppose it would be? 1 in 24, 1 in 24, 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. So, hey, when the stars align like that, 1 in 24 chance works, and you get 1.4 seconds. So, congratulations, it's got you into the hot seat. You've been here before, Colo, if I recall correctly, and you did rather well, didn't you?
Yeah. First time that I've been in the chair with you facing me, though. It was Mrs. Flush.
It was Mrs. Flush, because last time you were facing one of my question stacks. And do you remember the £1 million question?
Yeah, it was about a Polish composer and whether he was a politician, general, bishop, or something else. Yes,
that's right. It was about Ignacy Jan Paderewski and what other job he had. Was he Prime Minister, Field Marshal, Poet Laureate, or, as you say, something else? It was a little while ago, but a good memory for coming back there. And you took a 50-50 on it, and you took a punt, and you won the £1 million.
Yeah.
So do you think you're going to match that this time with Oni's question pack of 8 difficulty?
Well, if it's rated higher than that last one of Cars, where I was
just slightly
guessing, then no.
Well, we will have to wait and see. As usual, Colo, if you can confirm it's just you, me, and the computer for this game.
Indeed.
And if you could nominate 3 of your phone friends, or 3 members of the community to act as your phone friends.
Yeah, I'm gonna follow a similar route to Alex, I think.
AJ.
Was it Alex last? AJ.
AJ.
Sorry.
Alex is the question writer of this one.
That's right. Clive.
Mr. Clive.
Innes.
And
Procyon, if that's
Clive,
possible.
Innes and Procyon. Procyon said they'd be free at 8:35. It's currently 8:47, so we'll just wait for confirmation from Clive and Innes. And Procyon is yeeting at us, which I'm assuming is a young person speak for yes. And if we just wait to see if we've got an Innes free as well. Oh, Innes is in the green room, so I'm assuming that means that they're good. So, fantastic. Right, in which case, with 3 phone a friend sorted, you're familiar with this? 15 questions, 4 brand new lifelines, a virtual £1 million, and those lifelines to help you out along the day. And one of my students called me middle-aged today, and I died inside a little bit. Get used to it, Procyon. It doesn't get any better as you get older. 4 lifelines, Cola, to help you out along the way. That 50-50. Phone one of your nominated friends. Ask the Twitch audience. And, of course, ask the host. You ready to play?
Yeah.
Very best of luck, Cola. Let's play Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Okay, a reminder for the lobby game. If you're playing in the lobby, if you don't answer, you will walk away. Obviously, you won't be able to answer any more questions, but your money will be frozen at what you are currently on. You've got 15 seconds from when the bot asks the question in the chat. So, as always, keep your eyes on the chat, and then it's just a whisper of the letter A, B, C, or D to Persephone's Twitch bot. Cola, best of luck. Let's take a look at your first question. It's worth £100. On what musical instrument did Jimi Hendrix famously play the Star-Spangled Banner at Woodstock in 1969? Electric guitar, spoons, barrel organ, Shatner's bassoon.
I don't know this for definite, but I've got to presume it's the electric guitar.
You wanna play?
And I'll lock that in. I'd love to hear it on the spoons. But
Final answer A.
yeah.
It's right answer. You won £100. Yes, Woodstock is a long time before my time. I'm assuming it's a long time before your time as well, 1969.
Not really, no.
Not really. Oh, okay. Well, at least said soon it's mended then. Let's go check out what's going on in the lobby. Connor getting that one wrong, and Lauren sleepyhead, a bit of a sleepyhead on the question, just out of time, unfortunately, walking away. On we go then. Question number 2. Take a look at this. The unnerving feeling when viewing an almost human-like figure is known as what? Unbuckety thicket, unboxy hole, untinny ravine, uncanny valley.
Well, the only one I've heard of those is uncanny. I can't even say it. Uncanny valley.
Right.
I'm just trying to think if that is. Yeah, it's got to be that as the definition.
Okay.
Yeah, uncanny valley.
So right answer, you just won £200. So far, so good.
Worried.
Uncanny Valley, yes. Uncanny Valley, yes. When you see something that sort of looks human, it's just, but isn't. To get a slightly Uncanny Valley sensation. Cycle Space getting that one wrong, dropping that down to 0. G. Eisens and Drew Dave Tom walking away with £100 each. Everyone else still in play. On we go on this 8 difficulty question stack. Let's take a look at question number 3. It's worth £300. Which Horrible Histories book details events that took place in the 20th century? The Frightful First World War, the Slimy Stuarts, the Terrible Tudors, the Gorgeous Georgians.
Okay. Well, it's certainly not the Tudors or the Stuarts. Georgians I always get a bit mixed up. Let me just clarify this in my head. Yeah, Frightful First World War.
That's the right answer. You got £300. It's not the first Horrible Histories question we've had, and it's also not the First World War question we've had this evening. The last game, but it is the right answer, and you're up to £300. Let's just pop into the lobby. Time Strike and DC Simmons getting that one wrong, dropping back down to 0. I'm so sorry, guys, you're out of the game. I'm just going to tweak the levels a little bit because I'm feeling that this is quite loud. I don't know how anyone else feels about it. Is it Persephone? Do I turn her down? No, that's not going to do anything. What if I just turn Colo up? Colo, can you just say hello for me a minute?
Testing.
You're still quite quiet on my headphone. I'll put you up even more. How's that?
I don't know. How is it?
Oh, that'll do. We'll go with that.
Okay.
Right, on we go. Question number 4. This is worth £500. Take a look at this. Which of these pieces does not feature in the game of Tetris? T piece, X piece, Z piece, L piece.
Okay, I think I'm okay with this one.
Yeah?
X piece.
Final answer?
Yeah.
It's good, you've got £500. Yes, of course, the T piece, which is the T-shaped one, the L piece, which is the L-shaped one. The Z piece is... It's more of an N, isn't it? A sort of sideways N, maybe? It's been a long time since I played Tetris.
One of those mirrored ones, isn't it?
Yes. Either way, right answer, well played. Let's pop into the lobby. No drama there. Everyone still alive who was before. Right, Cola, this is the last point where you could go away with nothing. Question number 5 guarantees you £1,000. You've got all 4 lifelines. Use them if you need to. But take a look. Question number 5 for a guaranteed £1,000 is... Which comedian won the 2020 series of Strictly Come Dancing? Bill Bailey, Bob Mortimer, Noel Fielding, Tim Key.
I didn't watch it, but my mum is a big fan.
Mm-hmm.
She danced with Bruce Forsyth on Strictly one time.
Wow.
So I do know it's Bill Bailey.
Final answer?
Yeah.
It's the right answer. You just won £1,000. Well played. So far, so good. Smooth sailing. And you are up to a guaranteed £1,000. Let's just pop into the lobby. Oh, Lingo Maniac getting that one wrong, just tripping before the first milestone, going away with nothing. Milk Light Substance and Oh Hey choosing to walk away with £500. We've still got lots of green, though, going on there, and lots of players still alive. How are you feeling, Cola? Comfortable?
Okay, at the moment, yeah. A bit worried as to the next 5, I think.
Yes, this can often be the sticking point, but you've still got 4 lifelines for now, so you can use them if you need to, and you can walk away at any point. Of course, you don't have to play any of the questions even after using your lifelines, but take a look at question number 6. It's not worth a guaranteed £2,000, but you might as well play because there's nothing to lose because you're guaranteed £1,000 now. Question number 6 is worth £2,000. Have a look. Which of the following football teams are the only one of them to have ever played in the English Premiership? Which of the following football teams are the only one of them to have ever played in the English Premiership? I feel like I'm slightly interestingly phrased question, but hopefully we'll figure out what it's asking us when we see the options. Rushden and Diamonds, Havant and Waterlooville, Brighton and Hove Albion, Dagenham and Redbridge.
Well, Rushden and Diamonds aren't that far away from me. I think they might have made it up into the Championship at one point. Havant and Waterlooville I've only seen in the Cup. Dagenham and Redbridge, I'm not sure, but Brighton and Hove Albion are in the Premiership at the moment. So, and thank you for the sports question. I always like getting a sports question.
You want to play C, Brighton and Hove Albion? Final answer.
Yeah.
Thank you for the follow, Jay Turner, and thank you for the Purge Sting. We're locking in C as our final answer. It's the right answer. You've just won £2,000. Yes, Havant and Waterlooville is actually about 6 miles down the road from 10 miles down the road from me. Really not far at all. As far as I know, they're not in the Premier League. The closest Premier League side to us is Portsmouth, and I don't even know if they are Premier League anymore.
They are not. By a long way.
They were once. They were once upon a time. They seem to have a lot of fans either way. Yeah, Brighton and Hove Albion is probably about an hour and a half in the other direction from Portsmouth for me. Into the lobby, Shadowmane and Pum and Ben getting that one wrong, walking away with £1,000, and Procyon and Jay White also walking away with £1,000 on that question. On we go then, Cola. The next one, which is question 7, is worth £4,000. You've still got all 4 lifelines. Take a look at this. What feature of a Manx cat is typically smaller than other domestic cats? Ears, tail, whiskers, legs.
It's its tail.
Sure?
Yeah.
Final answer?
Yeah.
Right answer, you just got £4,000. I actually didn't think they had any tail. But it's presumably sort of just docked as a sort of a little bob at the end of the back or something. Either way, great lover of cats, and no one in the lobby having any drama with that either. We're on £4,000, Cola. Question number 8 is worth £8,000 if you give me a right answer, doubling your money. You lose £3,000 though if you give me a wrong answer. You've had no trouble so far. You've still got all 4 lifelines left. Take a look. Question number 8. Let me know what you want to do. Deriving from its definition in Greek, thalassophobia is a fear of what? Deep water, lightning, death, the dark.
I think it's deep water.
Any reason why?
Because I don't think it's any of the other 3.
It's good at
Thalas. Definitely something. Yeah, it's definitely something to do with the sea. I'm sure. Let me just check through the others. Definitely not death. Definitely not the dark. No, deep water. Yeah.
Final answer.
Yeah.
You've just won £8,000. Well, of the alternative options coming up in the chat now. Lassie or Lassos, maybe. Yeah, thalassophobia is the fear of deep water. That one coming out of left wing there a little bit, but not causing you any drama. Same can't be said for the lobby, unfortunately. Clive, Matt, Topper One and We Like Shapes all attempting that and getting it wrong, dropping back to £1,000. Car the 7th choosing to walk away on that question with £4,000. Lewis T, ABME, Dogfish, Jack Wilfred, Innes, Hodders, Jay Turner, It's Hotley, Zeusless, Lucario and Jogging Chum, all still alive in the lobby game. On we go then. Question number 9 is worth £16,000. You're just 2 away now, Colo, from that next big milestone of £32,000 with all 4 lifelines intact. Do use them if you need to. That's what they're there for. Take a look. Let me know what you'd like to do. Who replaced Steve Jobs as CEO of Apple in 2011? Susan Wojcicki, Ellen Pao, Peter Thiel, Tim Cook.
I hate questions like this because I really have no interest in business, but I thought I was going to have to use a lifeline, but one of the names is jumping out at me.
Would you like to disclose that, or would you like to keep it to your chest for now?
I'm going to think whether I'm going to use a phone a friend or not, just to check this up.
So you have got all 4, 50-50, phone a friend, ask the audience, ask the host. If you want to use any of those lifelines, you can do.
I think I've been asked this question in another game before. I'm gonna go for it. Tim Cook.
You want to say D, Tim Cook?
Yeah.
Final answer?
Yeah.
Why Tim Cook? Because
that was the name that just rang massive bells.
Cola, it's the right answer. This one's £16,000. Well played.
Okay.
Welcome, David. Welcome to the chat. Face Off is Saturdays. Saturdays for Face Off, so just Millionaire for now. Unless there's some emergency with scheduling, Face Off is going to be on Saturdays. And you should all come and watch Face Off this Saturday. It's going to be awesome. And as is The Purge. Right now, though, we've got Cola in the hot seat. Hodder's walking away on that one with £8,000. But everyone else who was in at the start is in now. So quite a few of you left alive. As we go to question number 10, this is worth a guaranteed £32,000. If you give me a right answer, you've still got all 4 lifelines intact, Colo. You lose £15,000 though if you give me a wrong answer at this point. Take a look. Let me know what you'd like to do. In India, what is Gurmukhi? What is Gurmukhi? An army, a foodstuff, a currency, a script. What are you thinking?
I'm thinking that I don't know.
Right. Well, there's 4 lifelines there to help you out. Guarantees you £32,000. A correct answer to this question. Costs you 15 if you're wrong.
Yeah. I'll take a 50-50 on this one.
Have you got a hunch? Have you got an idea of what you think you might like it to leave or not leave?
Yeah. I've never heard of it as a foodstuff. That doesn't rule it out.
Okay.
Army might be in there because of Gurkhas, I suppose, but I'm not sure. Not sure about that.
Okay, so we're hoping that this is going to limit down some options. Well, let's see what it does. Computer, can you take away 2 random wrong answers, please? Leave Colo just the right answer and the 1 remaining wrong answer. Well, it's not army, and that's confirmed it's not foodstuff. It's either a currency or a script.
Okay.
Has that been less helpful than you'd hoped it would have been?
No. I'm quite glad it took away the army one, because that was sort of sitting there as a ponderer. Currency seems less likely. Script is a very weird one to have as an answer, or to think up as an answer.
Question over what sort of sky. I see the word script and I immediately start thinking of programming. It maybe in that. I couldn't possibly say at this point, but
I've not heard of it as a currency, and I think if it was a currency, I would have heard of it.
So you're leaning towards script.
So I'm going to go for script. Yeah.
You don't have to play. You can walk away.
No, I'm gonna go for it.
Final answer D, script.
Yep.
You've just won £32,000. Well played. Nice. Yes, Gurmukhi is a script. As Preston's saying, Gurmukhi is how Punjabi is written. India's currencies are the rupee and the paise. As you suspected, yes, I'd heard of the rupee, not the paise, but yeah, well logicked out. Let's see how our lobby got on. Ooh, quite a few people tripping at that last question, taking a gamble for the 32 and going wrong. Jack Wilfred, Jogging Chums, Zeusless, Innis, and It's Sotley all dropping back to £1,000. Lewis T and Jay Turner taking the high road, walking with 16, but it does leave Dogfish, ABME, and Lou Cario all still alive with tying up with you on £32,000. And Cola, here you are, now guaranteed £32,000, which is a very lovely place to be on the leaderboard. And you've still got 3 lifelines left. Phone a friend, ask the audience, ask the host. You're 5 questions away from a virtual £1 million. You might as well play this next one, question 11. It's worth £64,000. You've got nothing to lose here. Do take a look and let me know what you'd like to do. Owing to its Dutch constituency, Willemstad is the capital city of which Caribbean island? Guadeloupe, Bermuda, Grenada, Curacao? Is that a soft C? Curacao.
I've never known how to pronounce that.
It was always made it a soft C in German, I thought. I'm not sure if it's the same in whatever the Curacao. It's kind of David confirming it is Curacao.
Because it's a drink as well, I think, isn't it?
Ah. Well, there we go. I'm learning stuff. Guadeloupe, Bermuda, Grenada, Curacao. Owing to its Dutch constituency, Willemstad is the capital city of which Caribbean island?
Well, Guadeloupe is French, I believe. Bermuda has been English, Danish, possibly. Grenada, I don't even know anything about Grenada.
It's another one that's a drink, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Is that grenadine? Similar. Probably the same etymology.
Yeah. But I think it is Curacao. How'd you say it again?
Curacao.
Curacao.
Looks like it. Do you want to play? I mean, you've got nothing to lose here, but you have still got 3 lifelines if you wanted to go for a little bit more confirmation from somewhere.
Let me just think about Grenada. That, I can't think of anything connecting that to Dutch. Yeah, Curacao.
You're going to play?
Yep.
Final answer?
Yep.
You've just won £64,000. Well played. Did you know that, or was it just sort of a case of rootling around the roots of the language?
I think that when I first came across that drink, I looked it up, and although it's one of those things that was, God, maybe 25 years ago, that there was enough there sticking in the back of my head, and particularly as I could rule a couple of the others out. So
well, it's certainly put you into a good position. You're out to £64,000. 3 players in the lobby also having no trouble there. ABME, Dogfish, and Lucario all getting the correct answer as well. £64,000. You're now 4 away from a virtual million. You've still got 3 lifelines: phone a friend, ask the audience, and ask the host left if you'd like to use them. Wrong answer now would cost you £32,000, but a right answer would get you £125,000. Have a look at question number 11. Let me know what you'd like to do. Is it 11? 12. Question number 12, and let me know what you'd like to do. Which of Alfred Hitchcock's movies was the only movie that received the Best Picture Academy Award? Rebecca, Dial M for Murder, Vertigo, The 39 Steps.
Okay, films are a bit of an Achilles heel for me.
Have you got any inclination at all?
Yes, I do. But I'm going to ask the audience.
You're going to ask the audience. Okay, they'll be thrilled. Audience, on your keypads, even if you're still in the lobby, even if you weren't in the lobby to begin with, anybody who is watching right now can take part in this poll, either by whispering the answer to Persephone's Twitch bot or into the public chat. Either is fine, just a single letter, but wait until the bot prompts you from the chat. Here is the question. Let's get Cola up to £125,000. Which of Alfred Hitchcock's movies was the only movie that received the Best Picture Academy Award? A is Rebecca, B is Dial M for Murder, C is Vertigo, D is The 39 Steps. A, B, C or D, all vote now. Fairly split there. 41% think Rebecca, 3% think Dial M for Murder, 45% think Vertigo, 10% think The 39 Steps. This is based on a poll of 29, for what it's worth. Does that help at all?
I think it does.
What are you thinking now?
My thoughts before I asked them was that it was Rebecca. I'm pretty sure that Vertigo didn't.
Are you £125,000 worth of sure? Or risking £32,000 worth of sure?
I'm quite glad that none of the audience went for Dial M for Murder and The 39 Steps. The thing that made me think it's Rebecca is that it's a slightly different sort of film to the others.
Have you seen it?
Yeah.
You have?
Yeah, and I love the book. It's one of my favourites. I think that if people were guessing, they might go for Vertigo. But the large number of answers for Rebecca reassures me.
Do you want to play?
Yeah, I'm going to go for Rebecca.
Final answer.
Yeah.
You've just won £125,000. Well played. And little booster from the audience there, perhaps, as well. But yes,
Yeah,
£125,000. Aidnick is saying, for Best Director, Hitchcock was nominated 5 times but didn't win any of them. Rebecca, the only one to win Best Picture. Dogfish walking away at that point. ABME shooting and missing, dropping back to 32. Dogfish walks away with 64. Lou Cario joins you on £125,000. It's always worth bearing in mind when we're watching from the hot seat that the audience is on a timer. The audience has got 15 seconds to make up their decision, much like many of the other mass multiplayer games that we play. Cola, you're 3 away from $1 million. You've got to phone a friend. You can ask the host.
Yeah.
Question number 13 is worth $250,000 if you give me a right answer. However, a wrong answer at this point would cost you £93,000. You don't have to play, but you are 3 questions away from becoming, I think, only the first person to go to £1 million twice. I might be wrong on that, and apologies if I've snubbed anyone with that remark, but I don't think anyone else has gone to £1 million twice. You would be the first caller if you can give me the correct answer to the next 3 questions. Take a look at question number 13. It's worth £250,000 virtual pounds. As the crow flies, which French Grand Prix venue is situated the closest to Fort Boyard? Magny-Cours, Dijon-Prenois, Le Castellet, Le Mans.
Well, this is a stinker of a question.
Are you familiar with either Grand Prix venues or Fort Boyard?
Well, Fort Boyard.
Fort
Yeah.
Boyard.
I'm familiar with France.
You're familiar with France? Okay, that's a good start.
Big country in Europe somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Fort Boyard, I looked up where that was a little while ago, and it's sort of in a channel between. Let me think. It's on the west side, I believe, of France, on a channel between maybe the mainland and another island.
Okay.
Now, of these...
How's your French geography?
Yeah, of these motor racing circuits.
You got a hunch? You got a hunch, or
I sort of vaguely know where Dijon is.
where we get the mustard from?
Yeah. I would expect that is Magny-Cours. I've heard of. Let me think if I can.
As the crow flies, which French Grand Prix venue is situated the closest to Fort Boyard? Magny-Cours, Dijon-Prenois, Le Castellet, Le Mans.
I think I might have to phone a friend here, but I don't know if anyone would actually know this.
Have we got Innis Procyon and Clive?
Mike, do you know anything about this? Dear.
Don't have to play. So you've got those 2 lifelines. Phone a friend, ask the host. You can walk away with your head held high at £125,000. You lose 93 if you're wrong. You double up to 250 if you're right.
Well, I may as well use these lifelines. There's no point walking away without using them.
Of course.
I no insult, Clive, but I don't think that you know this. Don't think it's your thing.
Leaves you with Innis or Procyon if you're going to phone a friend.
But who amongst them would have the most knowledge of France? I think maybe Innis.
you want us to call up Innes?
Yeah, please.
Okay, we'll get him on the line. You'll have 30 seconds to tell him the question and the 4 possible answers. Do you want me to tell him how much money's involved?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll see if we can get Innes here. Innes?
Hello.
Hi, Royal Flush from Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. Good evening.
I'm delighted to be here. Hello.
It's lovely to have you here. Welcome. I've got Cola here. Cola. He's doing rather well. He's got up to £125,000 so far, but needs your help with this next question. It's worth, with the correct answer, £250,000.
Wow.
The next voice you'll hear will be Cola's. He'll tell you the question. There are still 4 possible answers. One of them is worth £250,000. All right.
Okay, here we go.
Fab. Cola, lots of luck. 30 seconds. Your time starts now.
Yes. Which French Grand Prix venue is situated closest to Fort Boyard? Magny-Cours, Dijon-Prenay, Le Castellet, or Le Mans? Anything you can tell me about any of them?
I would have liked to have been helpful, but unfortunately, as you probably guessed, I'm not an expert. As you probably know, Fort Boyard, I think, is somewhere western. I thought Le Mans was somewhere western. Dijon is not very near there, but I don't know where the other 2 are, so it could be one of those. I really wouldn't be able to help.
So we lose Inca at the 30-second mark. He said he thinks Le Mans is west, and he thinks Dijon is not west, but it could be either of the other 2. What are you thinking?
I'm thinking that Magny-Cours, I think, is possibly in the north of France.
Okay.
I agree with him with Dijon. I don't think it's Dijon.
Okay.
So that leaves me with 2. Castellet, that is... I guess that's castle. Is it? You can't answer that.
I can't. It's out of my hands. It's up to you. It's a lot of money to lose if you're wrong.
Yeah. I'm going to go with Le Mans.
You're going to play?
Yeah. If I go home with 32,000, that's 32,000.
Still a nice day's work. Well, you were saying you think Le Mans is more western, and you think Fort Boyard is western, so maybe it'll work out.
I don't know where Le Mans is. I'm not going to blame Innes if this is wrong, but his guidance is generally very good. So the others, Le Castellet, I don't know anything about at all. So
you're going to play Le Mans, Le Mans.
Yeah.
Final answer.
Yep.
Didn't have to play this. You could have walked away. You've just won £250,000. What a punt! Very, very well played.
Thank you, Inca.
And Inca maybe with the nudge in that direction, but absolutely the right answer. And you are £250,000 for the second time. Could go further. Lucario deciding to call it time on that question. Walk away with £125,000. And Colo, you are now just 2 away from £1 million. You've got 1 lifeline left, which is ask the host. Question number 14 is worth a virtual £500,000, £500,000, but will of course cost you £218,000. if you give me a wrong answer. It's a lot of money to lose. You don't have to play. You can walk away. You can use that lifeline and still walk away. But have a look, Cola, at question number 14. It's worth £500,000. Which of the following masquerade mask designs is not a character in a traditional commedia dell'arte? Zanni, Colombina, Pantalone, Gattino.
I like it when you've looked something up to write a question, and it helps you later on in answering questions. So you've got Harlequin and Columbine or Colombina, so it's definitely not Colombina. Pantalone sounds very familiar. Let me just get my head around this again. Zanni is definitely one.
Which leaves Gattino.
Yeah, Gattino. Just thinking about Pantalone.
You've got that Ask the Host left, if you think I'd be worth having a chat with.
Yeah, I shouldn't have said all that before doing that, really.
I'm a blank canvas. Lose 218 if you're wrong here, $500,000 if you're right. Or you win $500,000 if you're right.
I think Pantalone does sound familiar. I'm not. I hope I'm not thinking of the food stuff.
Oh, the panettone. It might be. I don't know what's going on inside your brain.
Or was it? Yeah, or was it that's why it rings? That's actually why it rings a bell, because that's what I thought.
I looked up panettone recipe recently. You don't have to play. You've got a lifeline left.
Gattino does not ring any bells at all, which all the other three are.
To the following masquerade mask designs is not a character in a traditional commedia dell'arte. Zanni, Colombina, Pantalone, Gattino. It's worth £500,000.
Let's go for it. Let's go for Gattino.
You're going to play?
Yeah.
Final answer D.
Yeah.
Colo? You've just won £500,000. Well played indeed. And that's one where I'm quietly sitting here and thinking, if you're going to use Ask the Host, ask it on this one, because I know the answer to this one. Thank you very much for the follow, Awesome Pack Player. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're having a good evening. Pantalone, is the Fool, I think, because I taught drama for several years. I taught high school drama, and I did a scheme of work on Commedia dell'arte, so it's one I happen to know the answer to. The odds of that happening on question 15, of me knowing the answer, I think are possibly quite slim, but you never know.
I'm expecting classical music, so...
If classical music comes out, you might be in luck. We'll have to wait and see. You've gone all the way. You have still got the Ask the Host lifeline, so you can have a chat with me if you'd like. Question number 15, Colo, is worth £1 million. You do know, of course, you lose £468,000 if you're wrong. You don't have to play, you can walk away, but if you give me the right answer to this, you would be the second member of this community to go all the way to £1 million. Lots of luck. Take a look. It's question 15 of 15. What is the English interpretation of the name of the current era of Japan? Beautiful harmony, great progress, eternal peace, enlightened colour.
Okay.
You familiar with Japanese eras?
Not really. But I think I proved a question on this for Ash's stream a while ago. But I'm going to ask the host.
Just because it's there.
Yeah.
Alright, here's what I think. This doesn't come along very often. I think I've been asked on the £1 million question once before. On that occasion, I didn't know the answer. On this occasion, I don't know the answer. But I, like you, think I might have read this somewhere as part of my many researches. And I'm not going to say this with any certainty, and if I were in your position, I would walk away with these options. But there's a sneaking, niggling little feeling at the back of my brain that it might be Beautiful Harmony, and I couldn't tell you why. It's not like the last time I was asked, when it was a stab in the dark. I don't know if that correlates with what you think it is, but I've just a funny feeling I may have read somewhere that it's a Beautiful Harmony. Be quiet, Hermione. Nobody wants your opinion. It's my dog shouting.
Ask the host's dog.
Ask the host's dog. I don't know if she's shouting because she knows I'm right, or she's shouting because she knows I'm wrong. And she's trying to warn you or trying to encourage you on. Are you going to come and say hello, Hermione? Coda, did you have an inkling before you asked me? Is it what I think it is?
I think it's Beautiful Harmony.
In that case, I feel more confident that it's Beautiful Harmony on the grounds that you think it's Beautiful Harmony.
I think that it changed in 2019, 2020, and I can't remember what the Japanese term is, but I think it might begin with an R.
Yeah, that I couldn't tell you.
And the word that stood out to me is harmony. I think great progress was one, but it was earlier.
Well, I have the others. I couldn't tell you, and like I said, I couldn't tell you what it's translated from. But I have a funny feeling that I must have read somewhere while researching something that it's possibly Beautiful Harmony. That's the only one out there. I mean, like I say, it could be any of them. They all sound like good, sort of firm Japanese sort of things, slogans of Japan, if that's the right word, mottos. But that's the one that seems to chime a bell, and because I know the loop's about to end, Colo, that's my final answer.
Okay.
And since
lock it in.
I'm going to bring her to say hello. Maybe this is what she was sparking about, because her name is Hermione, and so
yes.
she thought she heard her name. Do you not want to be up there? She doesn't want to be up. I'll get her back in a minute. We might need her for celebrations or commiserations, possibly. Colo, do you want to play?
Yeah.
And you're going to lock in A. Beautiful Harmony.
Yeah.
Final answer. Well, because of course you've asked me, I don't get anything in the console. The log is dead, but is blank, not dead. But you are locked in on A. Computer, is A worth a second £1 million? It certainly is, and Cola, you've done it again.
Hey.
You have gone all the way to question 15, gotten it correct, and Cola, you are our first player to win the £1 million for the second time. Very many congratulations. How are you feeling?
Thanks for your help on that last question.
I don't know. I don't know where that came from. I felt more confident about it when you told me you thought that's what it was. But
exactly the same here. So,
well, it's just
I'm
one of those.
really glad I gambled on that motor racing one now.
The Le Mans one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
gamble.
I mean, it's one of those things when you research a lot of questions, you say there's so much trivia that you run through and you think, no, I'm not using that, but apparently more is sticking with me than I thought, and yet I don't know the Portuguese for fish. So go figure. But
I guess that one as well.
Well, Cola, look, very, very many congratulations to you, the second player to go all the way, and Oni, your first question pack for the game, Oni, and thank you very much for an 8 difficulty.
Thank you, Oni. That was really good.
But I'm afraid you can't refresh this and send it back. You're going to need to give us an entire new one. But I do know that Oni sent at least 2 to me today, and I think he said he's got a third line around somewhere as well. So if you would like to write trivia for Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, if you would like your question packs in the game, you can go and join the Discord now, and you can download the relevant app from the app section of the Discord for Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. And it's got a nice quirky feature that if somebody only answers 7 or 8, or if you only see 7 or 8 of your questions, you can just update the ones that we have seen and then leave the second half of the pack for another time. So, yeah, do come join the Discord if you would like to write some trivia. Cola, it's been wonderful talking to you. Thank you so much for giving us such a splendid show, and very many congratulations on going all the way to the million.
Thank you, Ben.
I hope you've had a good time, and we'll see you soon, I hope.
Okay, thanks.
Take care, mate. Bye-bye.
Bye.
So, Cola going all the way to the £1 million there. And I think we have got time for just one more game after that. We have seen Oni's question pack. We have seen Car the 7th question pack. The final question pack we're going to see this evening is from our dear friend Samster. And this has once again been rated a 7 difficulty. So we've had a 7, an 8, and a 7. So Samster's question pack is going to be coming up next. If you think you've got what it takes to ascend the money tree ladder, just stick around and we'll be back very, very shortly. But congratulations to Cola, second time millionaire. I'll be back in just a few minutes. If I focus on the right window. Welcome back to the third and final part of the season. So to be a millionaire jogging chum. I only found out this channel existed this evening. It's literally everything I ever wanted. Well, jogging chum, welcome to the party. It is lovely to have you here. We have got a little bit of a tight-knit community here. There's quite a few of us doing similar things, as Matt has just pointed as Jay White's just pointed out there. You've got Ash the Bash. Ash streams on his channel. I might do announcements now, actually, since I'm here. Ash streams on Wednesdays and Fridays. Similar stuff. And this week he's got 1,000 Heartbeats tomorrow, and he's got Wipeout on Friday. We've got our great friend Quizzy Dan, who's streaming right now. Actually, we have a clash on a Tuesday night. He's doing Puzzle Boat tonight. He normally has Quizzy Bingo on Thursday. I know he's got a couple of weeks off because he's got a new gig that he's doing a lot of work with at the moment. But he's back in a couple of weeks' time. Found out last week, and because of Tom Scott's tweet, would have loved to know about this. Looking forward to participating. Welcome, Energia, and I suppose I've got to thank Tom Scott as well for the PR. Very, very grateful to him, and very grateful for him coming along on Saturday as well. I hope if you were here on Saturday, you enjoyed the celebrity face-off. Quizzy Dan streaming next Thursday. Thank you very much, Matt. You've got Matt the Ref, who does some stuff as well. Matt does some stuff on Mondays with his own version of Take It or Leave It. I'm Royal Flush in the meanwhile, and I stream on Tuesdays and Saturdays. Tuesdays. Tuesdays I do Game Night Classic, what we call Game Night Classic, which is recreations of game show formats from the past, including, as you can see, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. We also have The Code and Blockbusters, which is next Tuesday. Deal or No Deal and Wheel of Fortune, which is Wheel or Deal, on the 3rd Tuesday, and Countdown on the 4th Tuesday of the month. And then on Saturday it's given over to my original formats, original concepts. And as we're at the start of season 3, we are just about to start a brand new tournament of the game Face Off, which you perhaps saw on Saturday, featuring Tom Scott, Lucy Porter, Dan Peake and Paul Farrer. We're having a community tournament of that, and I've got about nine different originals now according to my stream deck. So yeah, that and the wheel as well, Lupine, quite right. So if you are new here, you're very, very welcome, and thank you for sticking around. And I hope you can come and join us in some games in the future. So this game is a little bit more hot seat oriented, with a little bit of a sort of token lobby game, but the ones we're going to be playing this weekend, certainly The Purge, which we're playing on Saturday, has got mass multiplayer attached to it. So La Ruda. Yeah, do come along for that, and thank you to all the new followers. Right. One more game of Millionaire, and like I say, this is Samster's question pack. He's not a first-time writer for this game. He is a bit of a vet when it comes to this sort of thing. Samster, I don't know if I got you on the exclusion, unless you are on the exclusions because you've already played, so it doesn't really matter in this case. But if you think you've got what it takes to beat Samster, or even if you don't and you just want to play in the lobby game, punch in the code. Not gonna blie. That's like not gonna lie, but not gonna be. Welcome. Is that Buzzer Bob? Welcome, Buzzer Bob. How are you, mate? Nice to have you back. We've got a lot of other new people here as well. Actually, more names since I last looked at the list. We've got where do we get to? We've got to Luke Carrier, Ask Backwards, C McLeod, Quizzle 83, Cyberspace, Jogging Chum, Time Strike, Minty's Game Guide. I don't think I've said hello to you. David Bodycombe. Hello, David. Lovely to have you here. Welcome. Energia, SM MIDI, Yoshi 86 up. Hello, Yoshi. Welcome. Lovely to have you here. Lupine 1, awesome pack player. Hello to you. Vitrudel, Buzzer Bob, and Toadboy's here. Toadboy, for whom we have to thank for the wonderful, wonderful new emote right there. More P from Toadboy, and also for the majority of the fastest finger first. Well, not majority, it's probably about half and half. Toadboy and I wrote a load of the fastest finger first questions. It's the only thing I don't outsource at the moment, but I could probably do with writing some more at some point. So if you've got good ideas for fastest finger, do wing them in my direction. Thank the pride guys, me. Sorry, Toby. I wasn't sure. I was tempted to do an announcement in the server to DC servers with all the emotes, most importantly the wide one, to do an announcement in the server to find out who that was, and then I checked the CSV of all the data of all the people who donated, and there's there it is. There's the information. So yeah. It's all good. Right, we've got 21, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 2011 people. That'd be 31, presumably. 31 people in the lobby. You've got another 30 seconds or so if you'd like to come and join the game. Remember, you need to be in the Discord. You need to have a microphone ready and accessible so that you can come and talk to us. If you have neither of those things, or you just don't want to be in the hot seat, you can just ignore the fastest finger game and you won't be selected for play. Let's lock this lobby up for what is almost certainly the final time this evening, unless we have a very, very short game. Oh, a great big noise. Thank you to Zeusless for that Prime subscription. Welcome, Zeusless. Thank you very much for the subscription, and welcome to the family. Lovely to have you here, and make sure you do jump into the Discord and you get a lovely purple name if you're a Discord user, and you sync your account. Thank you for the support and the subscription. I hope you're having a good night. Let's lock this lobby in and find out who is going to be joining us. We have got ABME 208, DC Simmons, Topper 1 Gaming, Dogfish 44, Carver 7th, Shadowmane PX 41, Connor M27, J White 14, It's Otley, Matt the Ref, The Lupine 1, Jogging Chum, Luke Cario, Oni 91, Drew Dave 1997, Buzzer Bob, Zeusless, Energy Yar, We Like Shades, Benz J, SM MIDI, Lewis T, Ohey 12, Cycle Space, Clive Legend, Innis, G Isons, Cola, Procyonics, Toadboy 123, and M3 Times. Congratulations, you're all poised, ready to play Who Wants to Be a Millionaire tonight. So, Another X number of players in the lobby, 31 I think I said, which means we've got another fastest finger first. So once again, whispering to Persephone's Twitch bot, A, B, C, D, C, B, A, D, D, A, C, B, whatever you think the correct order is, but make sure you A, whisper it to the bot, and B, whisper it as a single string of characters. Do not type it as A, then B, then C, then D, pressing enter in between each one, because it won't be processed, or probably more likely it'll be processed as incorrect, and you won't get any points. Also, more importantly, just make sure you get it to the bot from the second the bot asks you in the chat the questions live, even if you've got a little bit of latency. There are the three things really to remember. So, if you're ready, here comes the next question. Put these into the right order. Let's take a look at the question. Starting with the furthest, put these planets in order of their distance from the Sun. Mars, Neptune, Jupiter, Mercury. Should be nice and straightforward if you've not got the pressure of the clock and the noise, but under the pressure of it being in a bit of a race, maybe less so. Let's have a look at the correct answer first of all. Starting with the furthest, got Neptune, which is the furthest out, which is 8th planet from the Sun. You then got Jupiter coming in as the 5th planet from the Sun. Trying to do it backwards is really hard. Coming a little bit closer, Mars is the 4th planet from the Sun, and then the closest is Mercury, which is the 1st planet from the Sun. BCAD was the answer that I needed there. Let's find out who got that one right and who got it right in the fastest time. All of these were right. Not everyone. Who was fastest? Cyclespace in 5.58 seconds. Well played. Now, I appreciate Cyclespace has had a game before in this season. In fact, the last time we played Millionaire, but I made the point of saying to Cyclespace they could come back because it was sort of super Millionaire difficulty was determined. So I did say to Cyclespace that I would take them off the exclusion list and let them back in for another go, because Cyclespace only saw 3 questions last time we played. So Cyclespace is back in for another attempt. I might make that a policy. If you leave with nothing, you get another chance once. I think that's going to be my policy. If you walk away with nothing, you get one other chance on the current stack, on the current run of stuff. I think that's fair. Clive Legend, the actual de facto fastest there, 4.72. Car, the 7th, just top of 1, exactly 5 seconds as well. Cyclespace, actually the 4th fastest there, but 3 other players with already played. So I think that's a fair policy. I like that policy, and it's in with the community giving. And I don't know when I'm going to reset it. I don't want to leave it too long because I don't want people to sort of get bored and not come back if they don't think they're going to get into the hot seat. But also I do want to give as many people as possible a chance, because it is one of the things, pieces of feedback that I've received in the survey, which you can incidentally go and fill out here, even if you've only seen a couple of 3 episodes. One of the things is sort of the regularity of players who are in the hot seat. It would be nice to give it a bit more diversity of people. But we've got Cyclespace here. So I'm going to just add this in. Game 3, it's Samster on a 7 difficulty. It's Cyclespace in the hot seat, and Cyclespace's fastest finger was 5.58 seconds. Hopefully by the time I've written that, we'll have a Cyclespace ready. Not quite, by the looks of it. Cyclespace is now deafened. Just trying to do some sound testing with the guys, so we'll just give them a couple of seconds to get adjusted there. While that is happening, I might just adjust Cola's game. So if we can say, saw question 15 and won the million. That'll make it much easier for me to update my the leaderboards later on, which you can all find in the Discord. Always have to step aside for the players with 3 goes in the chat there. It's very good of you, Keshi, and it's a sort of culture that we want to encourage in this community, is that we're all friends and we all let each other have a go. We want, and that's why I like to put in lobby games, so people can as much as possible take part in the lobby. Looks like we might be having some sound difficulties with Cyclespace. Hopefully that's just going to require a little bit of a tweak and a jiggery pokery. And Cyberspace is now back. I can't see any green circles yet, but I'm not in that room, so I'm sure I'll be told in due course by 8Minky or Score Count, who are currently sound testing what's going on. How I might end this stream, I might show you how I've gotten on with going for gold so far, actually. Because I'm building going for gold, but going for gold, having just said I like having lobby games, I've been racking my brains trying to think how I can get going for gold working with a lobby game. Yeah, I'm a big fan of going for gold, actually, and it's one that I've been thinking about doing for very close to, maybe not a year, but 8 months. I've been thinking about doing going for gold, and I've done some stuff with it. Have I made the podiums all nicer, like asbestos? I don't know about that, Clive, but I've certainly made the studio, so I might give you a little sneak peek of that, because it's the season opener. It feels good to look forward to, but at the moment I'm really struggling to think of a way of getting hot seat playing, and I'm not sure, because of the nature of the game and the nature of the questions, I'm not sure I'm going to be able to get lobby play in, as in massively multiplayer, which I think is sort of fine, because all of my other classics, apart from Deal or No Deal, have got some level of lobby play in there, so I think it may be okay for one to come out once in a while that's hot seat only. As I say, as much as I like to cater to as many people as possible. My worry, and actually I was chatting with who was I chatting with earlier about this? It might have been Lupine. I think it might have been Lupine. One of my worries is that having just done Face Off, which is exclusively hot seat and no audience participation, people might think that that's the direction I'm moving in. But I think the Face Off is quite exciting to watch. And I hear you, Cyberspace. I'll come say hello in a minute. But I'm going for gold as well, so maybe there's a. Yeah, anyway, I'll show you what I've got later on, and any feedback you can chuck into the suggestions section. We have got Cyberspace. Good evening.
Good evening, hello.
How are you?
Sorry for the delay.
That's all right. Everything okay your end sound-wise?
Yeah, I got confused by the input and the output. So that, yeah.
Well, you're here now. On your second attempt. Last time you were here, it didn't end didn't end particularly zealously for you, did it?
No, not really. No, I'm hoping to get more than 2 questions right this time.
Well, we will certainly hope so. We've got a question pack from Samster, which is rated 7 rather than Procyon's 10, which is what you were up against last time. Have you got an idea of some phone of friends you'd like to bring in?
Oh, phone of friends.
Up to 3.
Oh, I don't know. Let's try. Let's try Colo because he seems to be good.
Okay, we'll get Colo. Cycle is a bit loud. I'll just try and turn his Cycle sounds about right to me. I'm not going to lie, but I'll turn you down just slightly.
All right.
If I turn the Discord audio down a bit, actually, maybe that'll do it. And turn you up there. So Colo is number 1. I'm assuming Colo will be fine. Colo's in the green room. Next, phone a friend.
Let's see. Maybe I'll get Matt the Ref.
Matt the Ref, okay, useful if a bit of sport comes along, certainly. Matt the Ref, and one more. Are you shuffling cards?
Oh, I shouldn't do that.
No, that's fine. You're after my own heart, because I too have a deck of cards right here, which I love to shuffle. I call it my fiddle deck. No, that's fine. We'll do that. So we've got Matt and we've got Colo, and just one more.
Let's try. It's Otley then.
It's Otley, Liam, fabulous. Liam was in the lobby, so I assume Liam is around and free to be a phone a friend if you need him. So we've got Matt, the ref, the referee. We've got Colo, who's just won £1 million, and it's Otley, the maths teacher. So we'll just double check. It's Otley is available, fantastic. So we'll make sure we get him into the green room shortly. So it's just you, me, and the computer once again. Yes, Cycle Space?
Yes, indeed.
Fantastic. So, you know the drill. You know it from last time. And we're hopefully going to get you a little bit further up this money ladder this time. Just you and 15 questions rather stand between you and a virtual £1 million. As ever, you've got those 4 lifelines to help you out. That 50-50. You can phone one of your nominated friends. You can ask this Twitch audience. And you can, of course, ask me as the host as well, if you like. Well, the very best of luck to you, Cycle Space, for the second time. Are you ready to play?
Yes.
Let's give it a go. Let's play Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Okay, audience, if you're playing along at home, remember whispering your answers to Persephone's Twitch bot just an A, a B, a C, or a D. You've got 15 seconds from when the bot asks the question in the chat, so keep your eye on the chat rather than the screen. Cyclespace, best of luck. Here comes question number 1. It's worth £100. Which of these is one of the potential murder weapons in the board game Clue or Cluedo? Yellow Submarine, A Hard Day's Night, Revolver, Rubber Soul.
The only thing that makes sense would be the revolver. I'm hoping I don't get this first one wrong. So revolver, final answer, please.
It's good. You just won £100. Yes.
Excellent.
Yeah, Clue the Revolver. I think those are all Beatles tracks. That's a nice little tie-in there from Samster. Let's just go take a peep into the lobby. Wow, a few people walking away. Maybe they're just a bit slow to the machine, or maybe just going to sit this one out. Clive, Procyon, Toadboy, M3 times, and Buzzer Bob all walking away from this one. Drew Dave, Tom getting that one wrong and leaving us with nothing, I'm afraid to say. On we go. Question number 2. This is worth £200. Which Nicki Minaj song contains the lyric, "Don't want none unless you got buns, hun"? Rock the Boa, Anaconda, Snake It Off, Mamba number 5. What are you familiar with Nicki Minaj's songs?
Not really, no. But Rock the Boa doesn't make sense. Think It Off doesn't make sense either.
Leaves you with B and D. I mean, you've got 4 lifelines. If you want to use them, you can use them if you like.
Yeah, I would rather use a lifeline than go out in the second question.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. That's what they're there for. You got 50-50, phone a friend, ask the audience, ask the host. What would you like to do?
I'll ask the audience, please.
Okay, audience, on your keypads, even if you're in the lobby game and you've already answered, you must answer again for your opinion to be counted in this poll. Let's get Cyclespace up to £200. Which Nicki Minaj song contains the lyric, "Don't want none unless you got buns, hun"? Rock the Boa, Anaconda, Snake It Off, or Mamba number 5? A, B, C, or D, either to public chat or to the bot. All vote now. Uh, 4% think A, Rock the Boa. 96% think it's Anaconda. Nobody seems to think it's Snake It Off or Mamba number 5. This is based on a poll of, I think, 28. Is that of some help?
Oh yeah. I know nothing about music, so
Fair enough.
Yeah. So I'll go with Anaconda, and I'll make that my final answer.
It's good. You want £200. Yeah, Mamba number 5 is you're right with the first 2 that you dismissed there. Mamba number 5 is a play on Lou Bega's Mambo number 5, which is a song from the late 90s, early noughties. Let's just check in with the lobby there. Jay White, Top 1 and Cola all getting that one wrong and dropping back to 0. SM Midi walking away with £100 there. Still plenty of green though in that lobby. Let's go on. Cyclespace, question number 3 is worth £300. Take a look at this. Which former WWE wrestler shares his ring name with Joe Biden's vice president? Tatanka, Kamala, Vader, Yokozuna.
Okay, so his vice president's Kamala, so I'll say Kamala. Final answer.
Good, you got £300. Yes,
I did better than last time. Yeah.
Yeah, we're on the up and up from here. Yes, Vice President Kamala Harris shares name with a wrestler apparently. No drama in the lobby there, apart from Ben's J walking away on that one with £200. On we go. Question number 4. This is worth £500. Take a look. Who is the longest reigning British monarch of all time? George III, Elizabeth II, James VI, Victoria.
Well, I'm not from the UK, so that's not going to help me.
Possibly a slight disadvantage there, but you have got 3 lifelines, 50-50. Phone a friend, ask the host if you'd like to use them.
Well, we'll give you an easy one, so ask the host then.
You want to ask me?
Yes.
Okay, here's what I think. It is Elizabeth II. It's our current monarch. She overtook Victoria. I only know this because this was a question this weekend, or possibly last week sometime. Victoria is the second longest. Victoria was 1837 to 1901, so 64 years. Queen Elizabeth, crowned in 1952 or 3. I always get them mixed up. I think she was actually crowned in 53, but ascended the throne in 52, or possibly the other way around. So she's going to be 70 years next year, and is the longest reigning of any monarch in the world ever, as far as I know. So 100% it's B, Elizabeth II, and that's my final answer.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I was confused between B and D, so yeah. So I'll go Elizabeth II final answer.
Okay, because you've asked me, I don't get anything in the console, so computer, is B the correct answer? Certainly is. Always nice to see.
Yes, thank you very much.
Pleasure, no problem. Up to £500. G. Eisen's walking away from that one with £300, and but still lots of green going on there. Now, Cyclespace, this is the last point where you could go away with nothing. You've still got 50-50 and phone a friend. Question number 5 is worth a guaranteed £1,000 if you give me a correct answer. You don't have to play, but take a look. Let me know what you'd like to do. As of January 2021, which Welsh political party is led by Adam Price? Houndstooth Cymru, Gingham Cymru, Tartan Cymru, Plaid Cymru.
I think D is the only one that I've heard of, I think.
Do you want to play?
Sure, yeah. I'm not going to pronounce it, I'm going to butcher it, so D, final answer.
It's the right answer, you just won £1,000.
Alright.
Yes, the chat is saying that's how Cymru is pronounced. I think it's Plaid or Plaid Cymru. I would almost, if I hadn't known that already, I would almost certainly have butchered that myself. But yes, Plaid Cymru is the Welsh party. Let's go take a peep into the lobby. No drama for all the players who were there. All of the ones who were there at the start of the question are still there now. And all green, very nice, and up to £1,000 with you, Cyclespace. So, better than last time.
Oh yes,
up to a guaranteed
slightly more
£1,000.
relieved. Yes.
Yes, indeed. Well, you have still got those 2 lifelines. Left as well, 50-50 and phone a friend. This next question, question 6, is worth £2,000. You might as well play it because you can't lose on this question. But you can walk away, but you might as well take a punt. But you have got those 2 lifelines to have a think about if you need to. Question 6 is worth £2,000. Take a look at this. Well, first name is shared by Agatha Christie's Miss Marple and prime suspect Detective Chief Inspector Tennyson. Jessica, Sarah, Jane, Nancy.
Let's see, Jessica Marple, Sarah Marple, Jane Marple, Nancy Marple.
£2,000.
Well, there is, I don't know, one of those sounds right, but I'm just not sure.
Which one are you potentially leaning towards? If you want to say, you don't have to say.
Yeah, I think Jane Marple sounds familiar. I have no idea who Tennyson is, so that doesn't help me.
Do you want to play, or do you want to use a lifeline? Nothing to lose on this question. You might as well play it. It's just a question of whether you want to play it or whether you want to use a lifeline first.
I'll use a 50-50.
Okay, fab. Computer, take away 2 random wrong answers, please. Leave cycle space just the right answer and the 1 remaining wrong answer. Jane or Nancy? Has that helped?
Kind of, but now I'm thinking about Nancy also sounds good, so I'm not sure anymore. So. Yeah, but it's a 50-50 shot. I think I'll just take the 50-50 shot at it. So I'll take Jane and final answer.
Oh, you thought it when you still had 4. It was still there after the 50-50. It is the right answer. You've just won £2,000. Well played. £2,000. Nicely done. And yes, all good. Let's take a peep into the lobby. Wow, you've survived, outlasted quite a lot of players here. Oh Hey, Car the 7th, Shadowmane and Energy A, all giving the wrong answer and sticking with the £1,000. Oni, Matt the Ref, Dogfish, DC Simmons, ABME, all walking away with the £1,000, only leaving a smattering of people. A few, but just a smattering, not as many as before. Cyberspace, you've got 1 lifeline left. You can phone a friend. Question number 7 is worth £4,000 if you can give me a correct answer. Take a look at this. In netball, which of these positions can move anywhere except from the goal circles? Goal attack, wing defense, wing attack, center.
Oops.
Are you a netball fan? Cyberspace, are you with us?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Okay, sorry, my headset went out of went out battery, so
right.
I had to get it replaced.
get a bit of a plug in there. Do you play netball, or have you come across netball in the past?
I have no idea, so I know nothing about sports.
Okay.
But I think Matt knows about sports, maybe.
So would you like to call Matt up?
Yeah, we'll call Matt.
All right, we'll give him a call. We'll get him on the line. You'll have 30 seconds to tell him the question and the 4 possible answers, and hopefully ascertain some sort of response from him as well. Matt, good evening. Matt?
Hello?
Hi, it's Royal Flush here from Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. Good evening.
Good evening, how are you?
I'm very well, thank you. I've got Cycle Space here. He's doing okay, he's doing rather well. He's got up to £2,000, but he needs your help to get up to £4,000. The next voice you'll hear will be Cycle, so he'll tell you the question and the 4 possible answers. There are still 4 possible answers. One of those is worth £4,000. All right, Matt?
Okay.
Fab. Cycle Space, lots of luck. 30 seconds. Your time starts now.
In netball, which of these positions can move anywhere except from the goal circles? Goal attack, wing defense, wing attack, or center?
Well, assuming it's except from the goal circles, it would have to be goal attack. I've never played netball, I've never watched netball, but I would assume that it's got to be goal attack, and yeah, that's luck off on that one, I'm afraid.
Okay, alright, thank you very much, Matt.
Okay, best of luck.
Next.
So Matt seems to think it's goal attack based on the questions that's there. Do you you trust him? You want to go with him, or So you don't have to play. You are now out of lifelines. You can walk away with £2,000. You lose 1,000 if you're wrong. You double money to 4,000 if you're right.
Well, at least I use all 4 lifelines this time, so that's good.
Absolutely.
So I will trust Matt and go for goal attack and final answer.
Final answer?
Yeah, final answer.
I'm afraid we're back here again. Cycle Space is the wrong answer. I'm sorry. The correct answer is D. Centre. There's just some stuff coming up in the chat here. Am I thinking the from in the question is a bit misleading? We agree in call, yeah, it confused me as well. Yeah, I want to read it as for centre. In netball, which of these positions can move anywhere except for the goal circles? So maybe a slightly interesting word creeping into that question there. Oh, thank you, darling. I'm being given more wine. Oh, you're not having any more? You're not having any more? I
haven't had any yet.
Oh, right. Have I drunk it all?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's what I do. Implies I have to stay within them. See if we can get Samsu up to have a conversation with about the phrasing of that question. Centres can go anywhere except the goal circles. The ref says except from. Yes, more wine. Quite right, DC Sanders. The word except overrides the word from. Except. The way I read that is, in netball, which of these positions can move anywhere except from the goal circles? So, I in my mind, I hear that word from as for. So it's on that. According to 8 Minky, a few of the sources he was finding insisted on that preposition too. I can see why it's difficult to understand, but 8 Minky, as the proofer of this question, effectively has final word, and Dev is saying it should say within. Interesting terminology here, except from the goal circles, but that does seem to be where the sourcing is coming from on this question, within or into. Look, I don't want to get into it now on the details of it. It's centre is in the middle and cannot go into the goal areas, so. So the centre can move anywhere except from the goal circles, except for the goal circles. A better preposition should have been used for clarity. In my view, I think that question is, possibly open to interpretation, but I think relatively clear enough. I think what was implied there was, Don't think it makes the question any easier. The intention was clear, as Dev is saying. So, Cycle Space, second attempt, but this time you do leave us with some money on the board, £1,000. And I'm sorry that we've just ended up discussing the question rather than your game here. But have you had a good time?
Oh yeah, that's wonderful. Yes,
fabulous. Well, lovely to have you here, and we hope to see you again really soon.
All right, sounds good. See you again.
Okay, take care. So, Cycle Space leaving us with £1,000. So tonight we've had £2,000 and a brand new, a repeat millionaire in the shape of Cola. Oh, that's very nice. My wife is showing me artwork. Different direction, yeah. I'm not allowed to show you this artwork yet, though, because Mrs. Flush is currently working on the reward art. It is actual artwork, David Body. It's the reward art for the people who donated quite a substantial amount, and there's 4 pieces of artwork being prepped. We're going to share these on the AMA at some point, which will be after they've arrived with their owners. But we'll that will be coming soon. It looks good. Right, thank you, Circus Space. I'm going to cut back to the other camera in just a second, and I think I will show you Going for Gold. I literally haven't got any questions for it. I've literally got an outline of the studio, but if you're interested, I'll show you what I'm working on. But for now, Cycle Space, £1,000. So if I just go to the BRB screen, stop the build, and then I go to just cam, and then I activate me flush cam, and then deactivate the placeholder. Hello, nice to see y'all. I will finish tweaking with that a bit. Fiddling with that. That doesn't sound any better, does it? A little bit later on. So yeah. 3 events to look forward to. There's a host face-off coming soon, which I need to discuss with the host when that's going to happen. There's going to be an an AMA with me and Mrs. Flush, Ask Me Anything, which we sort of subtitled Meet the Flushes. So if you've got some good questions that you've wanted to ask, I know we did an AMA. I did an AMA not that long ago with Ash in Sheffield, but AMA is always a nice thing to do, I think, if you've thought of new questions in the interim. So we need a host for the host face-off. Yes, that thought had occurred to me. I've got some ideas in mind, David, so I'm sure that'll be a factor that I'll consider. And then we've got the magic show. Because we hit £2,000, I will give you my full Zoom magic show. It won't be over Zoom. It'll either be it'll probably be more likely to be in Discord than it will be on Twitch, to be honest. Just because as soon as stuff goes on the internet, if you're doing a commercial thing for corporate clients, it's probably not something I will store it in ephemeral storage rather than permanently online. So and that as well, David Bodican. So it'll be a one-time thing in Discord. So I've done a few magic tricks at the halftime show when we did Google that, but this will be my full professional corporate magic show, which I'll do for you. That will be at some point, probably in the Discord. The AMA is likely to be on Twitch. It might be on a different day other than a regular day. It might be, I don't know. I'll talk with Megs about it. And the host face-off will almost certainly be on a regular stream, probably a Saturday, but I'll confirm that. So those are the three things to look forward to. So thank you all for your generosity in bringing that up. Just give a magic flush and it's gone. But those are things to look forward to, thanks to your generosity, and I'll keep your eyes on the Discord for when those are going to turn up. Now, I did say I would show you Going for Gold, which I started working on last week. Where is it? Project name. Why have you gone? How have you gone? I've definitely still got it. Let's go add. Going for Gold, there it is. Why it's disappeared? That's very strange. Going for Gold, there we go. So I started working on this last week. I did about 3 days on it, and then decided I had quite a big charity stream to prepare for. So I sort of stopped working on it on Wednesday after last Tuesday's stream and focused on the charity thing, which did take up quite a lot of prep work, to be fair, in fairness. But I'm looking to go back to this in the next few days. A lot of this is kind of already there, sort of getting there. It's not a million miles away from being finished. The logistics of it are pretty much in. I need to write. I need to do the question writer app, which is quite important, and I need to do a little bit more with the Buzzer integration. I'm using Dev. I'm glad Dev's here now. Hello, Dev. I'm using Buzzer.dev for this as well, which is quite exciting because I've not used it before. So I'm very, very grateful to Dev for his generosity in making this publicly available, and to Ash as well for making all the classes for Unity fully accessible. Yeah. So there's no question lozenge at the moment. And like I say, I think this is probably going to be a hot seat only game. I've been really, really trying to think how I can get this to be with lobby play as well. But I just can't make it work because of the nature of the questions and because it's so quick fire. I just don't think it'll work. So it might be that it's a hot seat only game. But this is the first sort of showing of it. It's not finished, as you will see. No, you're not supposed to see anything yet, Energy. I'm going to flip the screen over in a minute. But the opening titles are done, at least, and you might have seen these in the Discord. So take a look and see what you think of this. Before I do that, though, I'm going to have to turn the camera off in here because it uses an internal webcam, and it won't run if I have that one on. So take a look at this. Yes, I'm being super cheesy in the game. I didn't think I was going to be able to do that sort of opening title sequence where the names fly out, but I'm just using my regular internal list of test players, and I've got a load of flags. It's not just Europe, this is available for the whole world, so thank you for the nice comments. It's not great. It would have been nice to do it properly, but I'm on the floor for a lot of this. I haven't put any host podiums in, but I do animate quite a lot. But anyway, if I haven't even got a stream deck set up for this yet because I haven't finished it. But if you want to play and just sort of see what it's like, there's no sound effects beyond the opening there, by the way. You can, it says that you're going to need to do the thing with the thing, a lobby game, which isn't necessarily going to be a thing, but it's going to cycle through. You've got all countries, but you don't have to have your own country. You don't have to have your own flag by any stretch of the imagination. I haven't got every country in the world, but I've got a lot of them. And if anyone is not wanting to make themselves known, you've got Join UN there as well. Or any other country, so that there's so many on there, you don't necessarily have to. Lots of people coming in. There's no game. Just gotta throw this out. There's literally no game at the moment. But welcome to all the new people. It's nice to see us working. There's no game. There's no actual game. There's no sound. It's just transitions. But you can come in and go out. So nice to see the flags. And it's sort of like I think I've got about 120 different countries. This is the game now. This is the game. Just try the different flags out. Do pop yourselves in if you wanna give yourself a little flag. That'd be quite fun. To exit, you type exit. Oh, that works. That's nice to know that works. Yes, there is a pride flag in there as well because I are modern. Have whichever flag you like. I'm going to lock it up just to show you the rest of the transition in a bit. Need to get you a checkered flag, Matt. That would be good. Right, I'm going to count back from 10, and then I's going to lock it up. So 10. If you've got latency, stop coming in and going now. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, and I've got an exclusion and a fast track list as well. It's worth saying. 3, 2, 1. Which button do I press? Lock lobby, presumably. Let's lock the lobby then. Right, so like I say, there are no questions yet, but if you guys can go to buzzer.dev, as we take the board, DC Simmons, Asher Bash, M3 Times, Dave Bodicum, 8 Minky, Lewis T, and Vitrudel. And the square just waits. It does. That was planned. And then hops on. He's got to hop on because, that's flag wang. So if you head over to buzzer.dev, use guys, because this actually will be a good test to make sure I've got the buzzing working. I haven't put in the freeze out mechanic yet, which has only recently been added in, or rather, Dev put it in last week, and then Charity Stream. Ash has given me some methods for that, but I haven't had a chance to test them yet. At the moment, if you're frozen out, for whatever reason, if you buzz, it will just unbuzz you, if that makes sense. So GGUX is the code. Please don't everyone join it, because actually it won't do anything if you're in that room other than slightly annoy it for everybody else. But GGUX is the code. I see David joining, Ash joining, DC Simmons, 8 Minky, Lewis T, waiting for a Vitrudel and an M3 Times, I think. Yeah, bzzr.dev. Sorry, I should have put that in the chat, really, shouldn't I? Buzzer.dev. We've got David Bodicum, Ash Sebast, DC Simmons, 8 Minky, Lucy. What I'm going to do, actually, rather than just have it arbitrary, I'm actually going to read some questions. They're not going to be proper... They're not going to be proper going for gold long questions, because I haven't planned anything. Someone who was a professional and did this a lot might have actually done that. But do you guys want to come into the voice chat as well? Because now I've got one of my quiz books out. So it could be quite fun just to do a spontaneous impromptu game of going for gold, just to see if it works. So if you 712, is that who's waiting in the green room? Oh, come on, go for gold. We'll do it live. We haven't got an M3 times yet. We've got a David Bodkin, an Ash, a DC Simmons, an 8 Minky, a Lewis T, or a Vitrudel. So I need Vitrudel, and we need M3 times. Pop your ways down into the broadcast studio. And I'm going to pick some questions from our quiz book. This was a Christmas present from my wife. I'll look for the longer questions as I can. I'll have to make sure that I occasionally use these for like the warm-up or warm-up games. We've got some people. Hello. Let me go through. DC Simmons. Have we got a DC Simmons?
Hello.
Hello. Lovely to have you here. Welcome. And AT_Bash.
That might be me.
That's you. Hello. M3 times.
I've never learned this game.
That's fine. It's just trivia. Don't worry about it. But you will need to be in the buzzer room M3 times. So if you head over to buzzer.dev, and the room code is GGUX. And for Vitrudel as well, it's GGUX. David Bodkin.
Good evening to you.
Good evening, sir. Nice to have you here. 8 Minky.
Hello from Kazakhstan.
Welcome. Lewis T. Have we got a Lewis T? I don't see a Lewis T, but Vitrudel has connected to the room, as has M3 times, which is lovely. And Vitrudel is waiting to come in from the room. And have we got Vitrudel now? No, we lost Vitrudel again. We did, and then they went. Let's see if we can bring them back. Vitrudel, Shakira. I don't know why that makes me want to sing that.
No place.
We'll see if Vitrudel comes back. Anyway, we've got everyone in the buzzer room. So Lewis T, if you don't have a microphone, but you do want to play because you're in the buzzer room, you probably have some latency.
He's in the green room.
Oh, he's in the green room. Fabulous.
So
Fabulous. Just a Vitrudel child. So we'll just wait for Vitrudel and Lewis. Sorry for putting you on the spot. You didn't think you were actually going to come and do quizzing tonight. I also haven't got the final yet. You'll be relieved or possibly not relieved here. But I'm just going to pick questions from my book and it will be huge fun. Just to give everyone an idea. Because I'm thinking, stream at large, that this is going to be another tournament game that could run sort of side by side with Face Off, or possibly even after Face Off, because it's a hot seat game, pretty much hot seat only. It doesn't make sense to. I mean, we could do some exhibition games of it. It could be quite fun, and it does give people an exercise in writing long questions. But hey ho, let's find out. So if you're all on buzzer.dev, if you don't buzz in yet. I have to press get question, don't I? Right. When I start reading the question, I will also press get question. And if you know the answer, you buzz in. If you're wrong, you're frozen out of the rest of the question. If you're right, then you go through to the first round proper. I can't do a non-Irish accent, but you go through to the first round proper if you're right. So, here we go. I need to find the answers, actually, because I just realised I'm reading my quiz book. I haven't actually got the answers in front of me as well. So where are the answers to this? Are they at the back? Maybe they're at the back. Ah, here we go. Right, hang on. Stand by. Stand by, everybody. Stand by.
So we'll play some elevator music.
That will do. Question number 4. That's... no, let's go with... Oh, God, no, not that. That's... Okay. Okay, that'll do. Right. Fingers on buzzers, everybody. Buzz as soon as you think you know. Here we go. Anitra's Dance is part of the incidental music written by Grieg for the poetic play by Ibsen called...
That's a good start.
It's a good start. Anybody want to buzz?
Great.
I'm going to press the time up button then. It's Peer Gynt. Peer Gynt.
Yeah.
Peer Gynt was the answer there. Let's try another one. 7, question 4. Cool. And here comes the question. Where in the US would you find the inscription, "Give me your tired, your poor, your huddled masses yearning to breathe"? Yes, David J. Bodicum.
On the Statue of Liberty.
Is the correct answer. Very good. You're through to the first round proper. Ding, 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 ding. Which means you won't be able to buzz. You can still technically buzz, but if you do, it'll just reset everyone else's buzzers and won't actually buzz in. Cool. On we go. I need to keep my eyes on the buzzers as well. Let's not have the classical music round open. Let's go to... well, I like the classical music round, but let's go there. Right. Get ready for the question. Let's go get question. Its Afrikaans name is Kaapstad. By what name do we know this South African city? Vitrudel.
Cape Town.
Is the correct answer. You're through to the first round proper. So you won't be able to buzz moving forward. 2 more spaces in the first round proper. Take a look at this question. Get question, so buzzers are open. The colony of Pennsylvania was founded by which Quaker in 16 M3 times?
William Penn?
Is the correct answer. You're through to the first round proper. 1 more space in the first round. So David, Ash, 8Minky, Lewis T, fingers on buzzers. Here comes the next question. Let's find a nice round. Let's go get question. Which drink, still very popular today, more than 100 years after its invention, was the brainchild of American pharmacist Caleb Bradham? 8Minky.
Dr. Pepper?
Round 9, question 1. Incorrect, frozen out of the rest of the question. More than 100 years after its invention was the brainchild of American pharmacist Caleb Bradham. Anyone going to buzz?
I have buzzed.
David, United Kingdom, yes.
Coca-Cola.
Incorrect, frozen out of the rest of the question. Ash, Pride.
Pepsi Cola.
Is the correct answer. You're through to the first round proper. Got to be specific on these ones. So it means we lose 8Minky, Lewis T and DC Simmons. I'm ever so sorry, but hopefully you've had a good time, and we'll see you once I've done the rest of the game properly, and you can not have me reading questions and flipping through the answers. Thank you for joining us. I'm going to pop you back into the green room for now, but we'll see you a bit later on.
See you later.
1 and there they go. Right. So, congratulations to you 4. You're through to the next round. Let's look at the transitions. If I go end round. Right, David Bodicum, Vitrudel, M3 times, and AT_Bash. Welcome to round 2. First to get to 6 points goes through to the next round, and I'm going to get a different book which has got answers on like the next page rather than at the back, which would probably make things much easier for everyone involved. Yes, it would. So here we go. Here's a different pub quiz book, which I hope you don't mind me using. This will start out. If you give me a correct answer, then you can decide how many points you're going to get for the next question, 1, 2, or 3. And let's start off. So again, it's fingers on buzzers. Good luck with this one. The first question is general knowledge. Buzzers open. Now, Vienna is the capital of which European city? Vitrudel. Oh, and Pride, apparently. That's interesting. I should fix that. Vitrudel, I saw your buzzer go down first. What do you think is the answer?
Austria.
Is the correct answer. That's 1 point. Oh, hang on. No, I haven't done the thing yet. 1 point. Correct. Okay, I'm going to have to add that point on afterwards because I forgot to do it beforehand. Vitrudel, you've got the choice of the next category. It's hobbies and leisure. 1, 2, or 3 points.
2-pointer.
2 points for, let's say, correct. Why has that not cleared the buzzers? Let's go incorrect. Let's go correct. Okay, fine. We'll find out in a minute. Hobbies and leisure. What is the Japanese art of paper folding called?
Can't buzz in.
Can't buzz in.
Can't buzz in.
Okay, let's try again. Get question. There we go. What is M3 times is buzzing in? M3 times. What do you think?
I assume it's going to be the same question. Is it origami?
It is origami. That's the correct answer. That should give you 2 points. And you still need to give Vitrudel 1. That was maybe a bit unfair. The next question is pop divas M3 times. 1, 2, or 3 points.
2 points.
2 points. Okay. 2 points. Which Spice Girl advertised Milky Bars? Sorry, I'm going to pick a different question. Don't buzz. I'm going to pick a different question because I haven't opened the question yet. So, but it's still pop divas. Buzzing is open. Here is the question. What was Madonna's surname at birth? David Bodicum.
Ciccone.
Let me check the answers. Page 18 is the correct answer. Very good. You've got 2 points. The next question, David Bodicum, is movies. 1, 2, or 3 points?
1, please.
Just 1 point for movies. Question is open. Don't buzz until you think you want to guess. Which early Spielberg blockbuster was about a shark? And 3 times.
Jaws
is the correct answer. I'm going to open up the next question. Don't buzz. Unless you think you know the answer before I've asked the question. The next category is technology. M 3 times. 1, 2, or 3 points?
3.
3 points. What company did Bill Gates found? Ash.
Microsoft
Is the correct answer. 3 points. The next question, Ash, is books. 1, 2, or 3 points?
1. 1
point for books. Here's your question. Mrs. Beeton was most famous for writing on what David?
Cookery.
One more time?
Cookery.
Cooking is the correct answer. You've got your 1 point. I'm going to open up the buzzers. Don't buzz unless you think you know the answer to the question I haven't yet asked. David, next category is sport. 1, 2, or 3 points?
Let's try 3.
We're going for 3. Okay. Which record breaker Sebastian went on... I'm going to pick a different question because I haven't... No, I haven't. I have opened the questions. Which record breaker Sebastian went on? David, you've buzzed at that point.
Oh.
One more time? Co. You're saying Co. Let me see. What number was that? 12. Co is the correct answer. Very good. You're through to the next round, David. Well done. We will see you there. 1 point for this next one. It's general knowledge. Let me unlock the buzzers. And like I say, this is all very fiddly at the moment because I haven't set it up. But this is general knowledge, open to anybody. Here's the question. Whose Are You Lonesome Tonight was back in the UK charts in Vitrudel?
Elvis Presley.
You're saying Elvis Presley is the correct answer. I'm going to give you 2 because you got the first one right, and I need to give you that point from earlier on. You've got control of the next category. The next category is hobbies and games. 1, 2, or 3 points?
3.
I'm going for 3 points. Fingers on buzzers. Let me unlock the question. Right. In snooker, is the pink ball or the brown ball of Ash?
Pink is higher.
Is the correct answer. Very well snuck in there before I'd actually ask the question. You are through to the next round. M3 times and Vitrudel. The next question is worth 1 point, not 31. Let's set it as 1, and it's on general knowledge. Fingers on buzzers. I'm unlocking the question. Which town did Jesus grow up in? M3 times.
Bethlehem?
Is not the correct answer. Frozen out the rest of the question. Vitrudel, buzz if you think you know. Yes, Vitrudel.
Nazareth.
Is the correct answer. You've got control of the board. 1, 2, or 3 points on the category of science.
3.
We're going for 3 points. If anyone who gets this question right will be through to the next round. Qantas Airways originated in which country? Vitrudel.
Australia.
Is the correct answer, and you're through to the next round. M3 times. I'm afraid we are going to lose you at this point, but thank you very much for playing. Have you had a good time?
Oh, I certainly did.
Wonderful. Well, we will see you again. Thank you very much. Let's go on to round 3. Or round 2 proper. Let's pop M3 times back into the green room. Yes, I'm on the floor. I have to look up at you guys now. So, yeah. There's no... I'm just going to go through the potluck questions on this. In fact, I won't know if you've got them right or wrong unless I actually know the answers to them. This could be problematic. Let me get another book that's got the answers at the bottom of the page. Hold on. That will be... If only I had a big database full of questions that I could draw upon for such a thing. But no, this will do. This book will be fine. Cool. Right, David, you were first through to this round. You've got to get 4 in a row, and the 2 players who get the most go through to the final. If there's a tie, we'll have a head-to-head. So, David, you're stepping up to the podium. Oh, yeah, you get a choice of categories, but I haven't implemented that yet. So for now, it's all just general knowledge. So David will get first choice, but there isn't a choice for now. It's all general knowledge. So let's just go pre-round 3. There you are, David. And I still haven't figured out why the arrows are showing through your face. That's something to do with the materials. I need to fix that. David, you've got 40 seconds to get 4 in a row. The very best of luck. And your time starts Now, in a US postal address, MN is the abbreviation for which state?
Minnesota.
Correct. In which century did Colley Cibber become the English Poet Laureate?
19th.
No, it's the 18th. What M is a large tent or a canopy over the entrance to a building?
Pass.
It's a marquee. Who played James Bond in For Your Eyes Only and Live and Let Die?
Roger Moore.
Is the correct answer. In cookery, when using a pestle and mortar, which is the bowl?
The mortar.
Is the correct answer. With which garden flower is... And that's time up. David, you got 2 in a row. Not a bad effort. Ash, you're going to be up next if you'd like to take your position on the podium by me pressing pre-round 3. Again, you'd have a category to choose from, but you haven't for now. And Ash, 40 seconds on the clock and your time starts... Hang on, find the button. Timer starts.
Jesus.
Now, with which garden flower is George Russell, who grew them on allotments in York, particularly associated? Lupins or tulips?
Tulips.
No, it's lupins, I'm afraid. In biology, the stirrup is the common name for a small bone found in what part of the human head?
Jaw?
No, it's the ear. Are there more or fewer than 4 litres in 1 gallon?
More?
Yes, there are. In television, Michael Elphick and Angela Thorne starred in which sitcom about 2 unlikely flatmates?
Oh, is that the Young Ones?
No, it's 3 up, 2 down. In politics, what 4-word phrase describes the electoral... And you're out of time, Ash. You got 1 in a row. I'm just going to see how Vitrudel gets on. Vitrudel, take your position on the hotspot, or whatever the phrase is. I haven't... Yep. Yeah. Anyway, Vitrudel, 40 seconds, the very best of luck, and your time starts now. In politics, which 4-word phrase describes the electoral system in which the candidate with the highest number of votes is elected?
Pass.
It's first past the post. The names of 2 US states end with the letter T. Vermont is one. Name the other.
Take it.
Is the correct answer. What colour is a youth hostel triangle on an ordnance survey map?
Green.
No, it's red. What colour is the Star of David on the Israeli flag?
Blue.
It is blue, but unfortunately you're out of time. Just 1 correct answer, and because I haven't done the final yet, that means David is the winner! Yay! So that will be a lot better when I'm not reading it from a book, and I've pre-read the questions ahead of time, and it's not quite so laggy. Why are you so laggy? Why are you so laggy, computer? What's going on? Anyway, I need to look into that. Have you all enjoyed yourself? Because I haven't done a final yet, but I need to do that.
Yeah.
Do I come back for
It was
Friday's
rather
final?
impromptu.
David can come back for Friday's final. Sorry, what did you say, Ash?
It was rather impromptu.
It was very impromptu. I wasn't planning on it being a thing, to be honest. I just wanted to show you the cutscenes, but there we go. Thank you very much, all. What happens if I press end round? Nothing happened. It's like after using agility a 7th time, nothing happens. But thanks for coming to test it out all the same. Congrats to David, 2 in a row. We'll see you in Friday's final, or possibly the final that is in the time that is not on Friday, because I don't stream on Friday. But go and watch Ash on Friday for Wipeout. I'll shut up now. I'm going to pop you back into the green room, guys. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Right. So, yeah, for all of y'all who were interested, that is what going for gold is going to look like. Maybe the lobby could bet on the number of questions. I was thinking something along that line, some form of betting system, maybe Jay White. Yeah, the stream is sort of major lagging. I'm going to press the refresh button, actually. Don't know if that's me, if that's Twitch, or something else. I'm pressing refresh anyway. Pressing refresh so that I can see the chat. Latency has just gone rip. Yeah. Thank you, Pum and Ben. I think it looks okay. It needs a bit more in the background, and obviously the arrows are showing through the heads of the avatars at the moment. But yeah, I think it's all right. I think it's all right, and I think it'll be good fun. So let me just go back to just cam for now, because I haven't done a. Do you want me to do the opening credits again to finish the night? Maybe I could do that, because that would then mean I don't have to Flip the camera around. Well, it's been a wonderful evening. Cola got to £1 million for the second time. And we had two other players going away with £1,000 each. Cyclespace leaving with £1,000, and AJ in the hot seat leaving with £1,000 as well. I hope you've all had fun. Welcome to all our new players. Thank you to our impromptu going for gold players. I don't normally do things impromptu. I don't like doing things on a whim like that. But I did want to show you what was going on, and it sort of made sense. So we'll leave it there. I'm going to play one more set of opening credit. Yeah, it's C's now. What's going on, Twitch? Sort your life out. Ben's wife was growing up, it's staying up past its bedtime. I did tell Megs it wouldn't be late tonight, but she's still up for now. So I'm going to play Going for Gold one more time, if Twitch will allow. If Twitch doesn't allow, then I'm sorry, Twitch has decided to sneeze at the end. But anyway, don't forget, Ash is here tomorrow with 1,000 Heartbeats. Ash is back on Friday with Wipeout. I'm back on Saturday with the first of the Heat of the Purge. Don't forget to go and vote in the sweepstake. Don't forget to go and vote in the survey and have your voice said. I'm going to be closing that off in the next few days. So if you haven't had a chance to give me some feedback yet, then please do so. I would very much look forward to hearing from you. And I'll be back for the Purge and Face Off on Saturday. Until then, be absolutely splendid and marvellous to each other. I hope you like the look of Going for Gold. This is probably still a few weeks away, and I need to decide how exactly I'm going to run it. But yeah, just as a sneak peek with questions from books. There you go. David will come back for Friday's final. I've been Royal Flush. It's been lovely talking to you all. Welcome again to all our new friends. I hope you've had a good time. And all our returning friends, thank you for coming back. Lovely to see you all. I've been Royal Flush. Take care. Peace out. And here's the Going for Gold opening credits again. And good night. That's no good. I'm going to stop and start that again. I'm going to end. I'm going to end it properly. Come on. Come on, Going for Gold. You can do it. You can do it. I believe in you. Does not believe in itself. Come on. Catch up with you, Sam. Go on. What is going on? This will not do. This is simply not good enough, I'm afraid. No, something has clearly gone very wrong here. I'm starting to think it might be at my computer's end rather than Twitch's end. So what I'm going to do instead is just go back to just cam and turn on the flush cam and have a sort of eschew the song option in favour of meandering shambolically to a close and just saying, like, night all. I'll try to fix Go for Gold. Don't know what's happening there. But until next time, peace out, take care, and good night.